One second.
Are we live?
We live, y'all? Give me 1 second. We're gonna kick the real thing off. I gotta plug my charger in now that I'm using my computer. But let me start the live on it. What's up, my good ashy black folks? Then I gotta go live on my phone. Give me a second. It will pop up on there. We live over here. Let's get it.
Yeah, boy, poppin'. That's on the neighborhood, cuz. Say word.
What up?
Yo, what's poppin' with y'all ashy asses? Nico in the building making aunties back to lash. Okay, I'm just fooling, let me cool it. See y'all listening? Join us as we get these big ups to black excellence. Okay, news you can use to uplift your kinfolk and them. Feed them something different than that circus act on CNN. Just enough humor so it never be your boy. So welcome, Mr. Martin. This is ethnic-ish and more.
It's live on the channel now. I'm gonna tag y'all on there.
There goes the neighborhood. That's on the neighborhood. There goes the neighborhood.
What's good, y'all? Y'all know how we do it. We got 2 tracks when to kick in. We start off with my nigga Janelle. A-Y-E.
They deal with everyone that try to do the benefit. Ain't got nothing to say if you ain't really in it shit. Every issue went your business, nigga, don't trip. Into that academic vibe, but I'm deaf here. No one asked me, I see you in the streets. I wanna keep the peace, so unleash the beats. I just keep tweaking in my ozone, with an ozone, finna roll strong, finna have me gone. Ain't on the ground, get me lit, under the dog, shit, under pressure, never quit, over all my squad to the G, underground, get me lit, under the dog, shit, under pressure, never quit, over all my squad to the G. Check the artwork, check the tattoos, no snooze, last drag. Now they acting cannot be smooth. They're getting in the spin. Up to you to choose. Let me tell you, last $2.
That's in the blue.
Looking in the mirror, introduce
To the real you, stay humble, cause that pride shit will kill you.
talking all that bullshit. But I got enough power. I see what the feels to. Underground, get me lit. Dog, under pressure, never quit. Over all my squad to the G.
Yup,
Underground, get me lit.
under dogs, be the shit, under pressure, never quit.
Over all my squad to the G.
What's good, y'all? If y'all on here, share the feed, man. We finna have another turned up episode. I'm sharing it for all my folks in these groups that like to tap in. Let's get it. We got one more track, good people. My nigga could crack. Yeah.
I feel real good right now. I feel good. Put your hands up if you feel good right now.
I feel good. I feel like goddamn. Problems don't faze me. I'm the goddamn man. I feel good. I feel like goddamn. Real with the kingdom. What's good, brother Cortez? What's good, bro? Big Lee. I be stressing about these. In case y'all want to know the song, go look that up. But I'm grateful, get debateful when these peons talk about class. So I'll put the other one up that was before that as well. Yeah, mama hits me like a hippie, Papa Stone and don't roll. The reason why I do it, he watch my kids on my soul. Why I'm lost for misdirections, but these movies get sold. They told I race you to the top. Me and mine stay on go. I say, ooh, goddamn. Y'all must say go with this. They want me to hit my arm, but never hoe. I don't trick. Got some things that be secure. I never clinch on the bag. Give me your window seat for peace. Noise cancellation, your ass. They want to cancel my gin, cause we don't give no fucks. They steady patting our hand. We turn that goose to a duck. You see, I'm cool. Talking music, no pucks. That purple on, they got me grown. I never slow the fuck up. I feel good. I feel like goddamn. Problems don't faze me, I'm the goddamn man. Come on, Big Lee, come pop up on us. We kicking for sure. Yeah.
I feel good. I feel like goddamn. Problems don't face me.
I'm the goddamn man. I feel good.
I feel like goddamn. Go with the kingdom, that's the God.
Oh, I see the bullshit. I got it come across the bottom, bro.
I keep it laid.
Like
Right on.
a ball durag. She get a text like where you at? Oh, he want a bag. That's cool. I'm cool with that. Wake up and I see the affirmations on the mirror. Smoke by the you know to see the vision clearer. I'm feeling spirits, but these peons gotta pay. I don't fuck with pigs. Shout out spirit away. And I gotta make a way. Gotta play it safe. Can't be falling in the trap. I ain't Mickey Mouse to these goofy niggas, but these ducks laying on their back. And it's gonna keep niggas and living and free. I bleed these niggas in the bus. I'm a street rap for a king. I'm a diamond nigga in the rough. Hey, I feel good.
Like goddamn.
Oh, y'all, we coming in soon.
That's the goddamn plan. I feel good. I feel like goddamn.
Problems don't faze me, I'm that goddamn man. I feel good. I feel like goddamn. Problems don't faze me, I'm the goddamn man. I feel good. I feel like goddamn. Filled with the kingdom, that's the God. I feel good. Yep.
Hands up if you feel good.
Yep.
Put your lighters out if you feeling good. It's a wood or switch your how it should. Hey.
Hey, turn up, or turn it on up. Thank y'all in the back. Y'all hear my people in the back, they be clapping, even though I'm the only nigga in the building. They be the bit I hear them. I hear it from the houses. I hear it everywhere, man. As always, we on another goddamn episode of Ethnic Issue More. Episode number 9, Talk That Talk. As always, I'm your boy, NicoThaGreat.
Man, it's the past master. I'm at home because I didn't caught something. I ain't got that shit, but I didn't caught something.
That's crazy.
I had the shit.
Oh, it sucks. And it's crazy because COVID has become the new that shit. Back in the day, when motherfucker like, I caught that shit. I'm like, hey, back your ass up.
Mm-hmm.
Transferable by being close, nigga, but we're gonna pray for you. Now it's fucking COVID. I'm glad COVID ain't what it was when we first started with that shit, which is crazy when you think about it. That shit was like 3-4 years ago, like where it kicked off, really 3.5, because it started at the end of 2019. We're in 2023, and we still dealing with this shit.
Yep.
It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. But before we go too far, we have a wonderful, lovely guest in the building. We're gonna clap it up for her. We're gonna let her introduce herself to the people.
Hello, everyone. My name is Shai Kaye. I don't even know where I should start. I don't know. It is, first of all, it's a pleasure to be amongst you gentlemen. Thank y'all for reaching out, bringing your girl into the fold.
Yeah.
What you got over there that you snacking on?
I got some cheddar ruffles. A nigga ain't had nothing to eat since lunch. And I'm over here. If y'all see me looking for something, oh, it's my lighter. I couldn't find it. I don't smoke on the show no more, so I don't be knowing where it's at. But I came today prepared.
Okay.
I feel like this was an episode we needed. I needed to blow.
Yeah, because I just got cleared, so I got.
We virtually matching. We virtually
right here.
Look, you got the poster for everything. You had to see. I need one of them, but I'm so negligent to certain stuff. I lose the whole goddamn clip.
So this is not mine. This is my son's.
Okay.
My son is 420. He is a grown man. He's 420, and he lost it. He dropped it.
I'm still stuck on the fact that you got a child old enough to blow. That's why black don't crack.
Yeah, I got he can
crack it.
Thank you.
I would have never fathomed that at all.
I'm gonna say this: as a mama of a grown man, there is nothing better than sending your child to the store to get your wine.
Woo!
You pick up your liquor Or if you need some wraps, they can go get the wraps, and they bring the stuff back. And then my son, like, I know a lot of parents, there's going to be a lot of kickback and pushback on this, but my baby is grown. And as a parent, I'd much rather know what my child doing and know he's safe doing it than not know what my baby doing.
Yeah,
I 100,000%
I agree.
agree. And I have friends, parents, my parents, of course. Hell, my daddy to this day won't blow with me. And he'll see me smoke. It just, he come from that old school era, like, I don't do stuff with your kids. So I don't give him no flack for it. I done bought him weed, rolled up weed for it. He just not gonna go inspire. It's blowing it with me, which is cool. Cause you like, you grown, we gonna keep that distance. But
right,
my parents, when we was in high school, they was like, hey, I know y'all little niggas smoking. So I would rather y'all be doing it in my basement because you're gonna do it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
I would rather me know y'all safe in the house than y'all roaming the streets and I'm up 3-4 in the morning wondering why you not home yet.
And I've always been that mother that my house, I had a big house before I downsized. I had a big 2,700 square foot, 5-bedroom home on the south side, down in Sewell area.
I'm on the south side.
And my house was that house to where these kids, when they wanted to get together and hang out, they wanted to chill with their friends, they were able to come and be at my house. And they knew my rules. They knew Miss Shai don't play. She cool, but please don't play with her. Don't play with her. Cause I will literally put my hands on you, and then and call your mom and let your mama know, I had to get your child together. If you don't want your child disciplined the way I discipline mine,
don't send them over here.
Don't send them over here. And I was always the parent, though, that I had at one point, I had 22 teenagers in my house after my goddaughter's birthday party. I'll never forget it, because the party ended and these kids still wanted to hang out, but they had nowhere to go.
Kick it here because the police don't get you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so they literally loaded up in my car. They parents load them up in their car, and they parents literally dropped them at the door with $10. I let them keep that $10. Everybody had pizza. It turned into a sleepover. I woke up. I had teenage girls sleeping in my bed and on my couch that I didn't even know where they came from. But I knew that these babies was in this house safe.
Look, I agree with that. And the thing is, you can have them type of rules and settings in a home where you let it be known the boundaries of how far y'all not gonna take this shit.
Exactly.
And as long as we can respect, because my thing is, if I had a house to go kick with, like, hey, y'all ain't finna be in here, all these women butt ass naked doing if y'all gonna blow, I know y'all smoking. If y'all gonna blow, let me know. You'll be in the basement. Ooh. It's like there's no need to disrespect the rules at the house. It's like, shit, we already got the leeway to come over here and just chill on like our parents would let us do. So why would we blow up the spot? And that's gonna make other kids hold other kids accountable that's coming over there like, hey, Miss Shai don't play that shit. If y'all finna be on that shit, no, you can't come over here. And you're not gonna fight the kids you know that's on that shit.
Yeah, they know. My son is quick to tell people, like, my mama, she cool. My mama cool. But I don't play that cursing. When they were younger, I didn't play that cursing. I didn't play the drinking. I didn't play none of that. Y'all come over and chill. I got all whatever y'all need. We can order food, we can get snacks, whatever y'all want to do. Y'all need some place to hang out with y'all friends, here you go. But now that my son is grown and he's been around his mama for so long, and he's been backstage at concerts and shows, he's seen the productions that his mama has put on, and so now he's wavering into what I used to do. And so watching him flourish and come into his own and become a young man, it's a blessing as a Black mama, because every day a Black boy stays on this earth.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's hard out here, especially these young kids. They don't.
I just made a post yesterday. I lost one of my students yesterday.
I seen you.
I seen that.
That's the crazy thing, man. I've I guess I'm a little bit more comforted in this, is that his wasn't at the hands of violence or something like that. You know, it was a car accident. And he was doing positive stuff in his community. Like he was in Kansas City. He was a senior in college, but he was coaching football.
Okay.
And,
Okay.
you know, football. He was a great football player in high school. He was one of them kids that when his senior year came in the school he signed with, we was like, fam, what happened? Because like this was some of the best D1 talent. I if you saw my post, I called him Naeem the Dream.
Yeah.
Because I was the PA announcer, so I nicknamed a bunch of kids. So when they made plays, that's what I would yell their name over the PA. And this kid was like a highlight reel. And you know, but things led him to KC, and unfortunately, you know, he from what I read in the article, he went off the road and hit a tree. You know, and so, but you know, when we talk about losing our kids, it's so much out here. You know,
so much.
Even me as a parent, you know, my oldest is in college, and that was something I always said, like, hey, if she want to get high, if she want to get drunk, first time got to be with me.
With me.
I need to show you what to look for. You know what I'm saying? We've seen it. Hell, we got a brother that lost his granddaughter smoking weed, but they had laced that shit.
Laced it with fentanyl, I'm pretty sure.
I done seen weed turn into
passed away from
kids. From that shit getting laced and leading them to other drugs, motherfuckers putting shit in there. And that's why I live by that. Like, I ain't never had that talk with my son because he about to be 13, but he's still at the, I don't even realize if he got a girl that he like phase yet. Like, he's still a kid. And it's one of them conversations me and his mama had way before we split up. Like, hey, he ever tell me, I'm gonna tell him when he get to high school, like, hey, bro, we don't fall to no peer pressure. I get the shit happen. You got to be your own man. If that you occur, you realize you want to smoke weed before you go ahead and do it. Come have that talk with me. And if it's after me and you talk, because I can't say too much, I blow. So it's not I don't want you to do it because you're not of age. That's literally the only reason. Not because I think it's gonna ruin your fucking life, because I know you got the mental capacity to discern what you should and should be doing. And I can see it at this age. But I just want you to be, if somebody stop you with this weed, you can't get jammed up for it because you're old enough to have it. So if you want to blow, cool. You're going to come to the crib, bring your little homeboy, tell them they can spend the night. You got to kick it with me and your uncles.
You know,
that see if this is something you want to do.
You know, when I
was that's who it's supposed to be though. Like, I feel like when we was younger, we were never home. At least when I was younger, I remember I was outside. I remember the outside more than I remember the inside. Inside was a pit stop. And even in that pit stop, you and your friends was taking turns on who house. Everybody was gonna go in to go to the bathroom, or soon, hey, call your mama. Have your mama call my mama to distract my mama so that I go to and be like, Mama, can I go outside? He in on the phone. Go and get out of my face. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Now, I can't pay my youngest to come out of his room when he get home from school because my baby is on that computer.
Yeah,
that's my kid. I'd be like, dude, go outside. You know, when I was growing up, like you said, everybody had a different house. If you came to my house, we was gonna have real conversation because my dad would come downstairs and he'll say some shit, and by the time he was done talking, we having a real dialogue amongst each other. You know, but if we went to my boy Dorian, his mama owned a club on Martin Luther King. It was called Stephanie's Lounge, right? Everybody knows Stephanie's Lounge right there where Family Dollar is now. So when I was in high school, Miss Stephanie would have so many people in her house. You know what I'm saying? Like when we were 17, 18, and just like how we are about weed, you know, that's how she was about alcohol. Oh, you want to drink? Oh, I'll let you drink, but you can't leave my house.
No, but that I agree with you.
Know what I'm saying? Right. She was 100%. I remember one night I got so drunk at Miss Stephanie's house, and we talk about this way I was a youngin'. so drunk in Miss Stephanie's house. I'm like, I'm good. I'm gonna walk home. I didn't make it off the front porch. I fell asleep on the front porch.
Yeah, I done had that.
You know what I'm saying?
My mama did that, and me and my cousin. Shout out my cousin Josh. He live out in Cali now. But me and him, like, we always grew up with since we was 5, we had this rule, nigga. If I gotta do it, you gotta do it. Like, so we never put each other in no bad situation. He be like, bro, I'm finna smoke. Fuck, all right. Come on, I'll go with you. Like, it was just, we was that close. And my mama gave us that talk. We both hit 18. He's 6 months younger than me. We both hit 18. She knew we was finna go out for New Year's Eve. Go to our homeboy house. She like, look, I know y'all in college. I know y'all be out here kicking it. Yes, you're not supposed to be drinking, but it ain't too much I can tell you because you live on your own outside of this house when you're not here.
Mm-hmm.
All I want, if y'all do decide to drink, call me or shoot me a text. No, she said call so I know I got it. And just stay where the fuck you at until you feel okay, until the morning. She's like, once it's too dark, it don't matter if you halfway something. It's New Year's Eve. You don't need to be out driving. They gonna drive black ass up.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we was like, we looking at each other like, bro, is this a setup? Like, she ain't never been. I get it because you know you dropped me off at a school. I'm 18. I left your house with a big ass tattoo on my arm. What else I'm gonna fucking do? Like, I was out here going quick it.
Hey, look, Shai just had that I'm still kind of sick moment. When you laugh and that cough come up out of nowhere.
Tap you at the back of your chest like, never.
Yo, okay. So for those that's watching,
let me hold this.
Hold on, because I feel like y'all know we gotta prepare them. I got that latest strain of COVID, the Eris strain.
That's like some weed too.
And that strain is no joke. I swear 2 weeks ago, I thought I was going to die.
Damn.
It was so bad. It got really, really bad. And I was driving as it progressed. I was driving from here to Des Moines, Iowa for a client. And as it progressed, when I tell you, I thought I wasn't gonna make it. I made it to the hospital. Finally, I went to the hospital in Des Moines, Iowa. I was rushed to the hospital in Des Moines, Iowa. And the doctor was like, so here's the situation. You tested positive for COVID. Just gonna put it out there. I couldn't stand. I couldn't walk. I couldn't lift myself up. My body was shutting down. I couldn't see. Hearing was faint. Like, it was serious. And she was like, we're going to have to give you these IV vitamins, this shot in the IV, 2 IV bags, and they gave me some Tylenol. And that's only going to last you for 3 hours.
Damn.
6 hours from home. That's only going to last for 3 hours. So I was like, well, wait, should I be leaving? They was like, well, I'm going to tell you now, baby, we're not keeping nobody in the hospital for COVID. We shipping you home. But because you don't live here, I have to give you something and tell you what to continuously take while you're driving so you can make it home.
Oh.
And when I tell y'all that I was so sick, and she was like, you have to drive home. You have to be midway home by the time this stuff wears off so that you could take the regular medication, which was Tylenol, Mucinex. Well, I had Tylenol, ibuprofen, and Mucinex to keep the mucus and keep the fever down because I had 100.9 temperature and my heart rate was 116. So if people are feeling sick, I've been telling people, please trust your body and start pumping yourself up with elderberry, vitamin C, B. I think I was on B. I started taking my B12, my immunity gummies, because this strain that she said it completely shuts down your body. It shuts your body down. My body was shut down. The first 5 days is the roughest, but they feel like after the 5th day, you should be fine. No, baby, I'm still not fully fine at all. Like, I'm pretty sure y'all can see the sweat coming off and I got AC on. It's not no punk. And I've had COVID twice. I had it in 2021. And I believe I had it in 2019 before anybody else had it and we knew what it was.
A lot of people said that. A lot of people was like, bro, to hear the symptoms after the fact of me getting better, I'm pretty sure I had that shit and just wasn't aware. And thank God it wasn't the fatal version that a lot of motherfuckers was getting.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I did.
But then people was dying because they had other underlying health
That's
conditions.
true. But no, I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. But just being saying, like, you not knowing what this is, you get sick and you just so happen to have them underlying conditions. It's just like, damn,
Mhm.
it's a regular cold can fuck around and be a motherfuckers got to plan a funeral for me. And the bad part is when that shit was cracking off, niggas wasn't even getting funerals. Like, cause the funeral homes weren't taking bodies, like none of that type of shit. And it's just I heard about them shit.
I remember going to a funeral during you remember one of our brothers passed away and they had to have like that drive-through funeral.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this ain't what we think of.
I went to my grandma. My grandma funeral was December 2020, I believe. Yep, December 2020. So I drove I went on behalf of my pops because that's his mama, and with his immune system, he couldn't risk himself going to Memphis, being around the whole family.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, all right, he live up North Illinois. It's 8 hours for you, it's 4 for me.
Right.
I go do it. I'm a little healthier than you. So I did it. But we had it was an outside funeral. Like we had to be masked up. We had to do it at the graveyard. It was in Mississippi, and it was just like once that happened, it wasn't no repass. Like we had to
so y'all remember when everything was drive through, like strip clubs?
I said I never saw that.
I did that just to say, I'm like, bro, what you doing? You ain't gonna never believe this nigga. I was in the car smoking a blunt, and I have literally just slid a 1 out my motherfucking window. Matter of fact, I put 10 in the little cusp part of the little side mirror. And told her, don't get close until the light with a C. Like, they did that shit on P Valley.
P Valley. I wondered if anybody actually like.
If I'm gonna drive through, can you at least wash my car too? Like, let's make this. I throw the money. Maybe let's make this double beneficial because
that was
a car wash.
That was when I think they started talking about how Cash App saw a surge in $2 and $3 Cash Apps. I think it was an article or something I had read back then. It was like it's a surge in $2 and $3 Cash Apps, and I think they did they found out that those $2 or $3 Cash Apps was going to strippers.
You know what's funny? I could believe it because P Valley ain't just pull that shit up from nowhere. Yeah. Y'all getting y'all inspiration from true strippers, and they was like, "I bet y'all ain't gonna do this on this season." Like, I couldn't picture me being in the car line. Hold
on. My clients is finding out that I'm on y'all show. Okay, to my clients, I love y'all. I'm still sick. This was booked 2 months ago. I'm still sick.
Home clients,
right?
They will tell y'all this was booked back in July before I got sick. I had to dope myself up and drink tea. I am not back because my clients is texting me like, "Oh, you live? So that means you back to work?" No. I am not back to work yet. Y'all don't want y'all work messed up. I don't want to mess y'all stuff up. I'm still sick. They can vouch for this.
Yeah.
Y'all heard it here. And she is at home.
Yeah.
She is in the confidence of her own home. Because if she wasn't on this live, would nobody be texting you back to work? I could chill at home and smile. I'm still fucked up, but I'm happy I ain't as fucked up.
It's 3 million pounds of makeup hiding some stuff. Just so y'all know, I'm still sick because I showed my phone just went off. Oh, so you back? No, I'm not.
I'm hollering. Well, client person, go hit that like button.
Right, hit that like and that subscribe.
If you're gonna be on blasting folks, then let's go ahead and benefit and behoove both of us.
You say what? I can't hear you.
I was telling my people they can go ahead and they can subscribe and all that since they watching the show. Go ahead and add yourself to the normal roster. But what we gotta do, man, I gotta shout out my guest last week, man, Clap it up for my bro Nando STL.
Yes.
We were here last week, man, and I'm glad. Like, I ain't gonna say glad because the episode wasn't actually with him. It was with my homegirl AK Brown, but she ended up being sick and needing. She's like, I thought I'd be better. She's like, but I'm not gonna be worth nothing. So let's not. We're gonna have to switch that up. I was like, I feel it, and then he just so happened to be free. He was leaving out of town the next day, so we had a dope episode with that one. But Paz, your fact this week.
Oh man, I got a good fact this week, man. So it's funny. We all know the name Jesse Owens. We all know Jesse Owens. 1936 Olympics in Berlin, Germany. But a lot of people don't realize, Jesse won the silver, but there was Jesse won the gold medal, but there was a black silver medalist as well from America. His name was Matthew Robinson.
Okay.
That's Jackie Robinson's older brother, y'all.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that's Jackie Robinson's brother. And he also broke a world record, but everybody was worried about, Jesse Owens. Everybody like, he smashed the record. Matthew Robinson's record he also broke the record too.
Oh, damn.
But I didn't even know
that. And he is the brother of Jackie Robinson. So it's like that whole family was like breaking, I would love to see like a genuine story of what it was like to grow up in that household. Because a lot of people don't realize they was multiple sport athletes. Jackie Robinson was way better at football than he was baseball.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to the Rose Bowl in California, you go out to LA, go to the Rose Bowl, they have a statue of a football player, and it's Jackie Robinson. It's not, because he broke all type of records in football, but baseball became what he was known for.
I can see that. Because remember back then, they had us outside playing with dirts and sticks anyway.
We was athletes. We played.
We was athletes.
Yeah. And that's the one thing a lot of people don't realize. You might be famous for one thing, but somebody could have a whole career doing something else.
Mm-hmm.
We even look at it like if you're an actor, then we look and be like, well, damn, they sing too?
Right.
And like back in the day, I remember when Jamie Foxx first.
I was just going to say that.
When he first did his stand-up, and we know Jamie Foxx from In Living Color, and then bam, he starts singing. You're like, hold on, fam. Like,
listen,
he actually sound good.
Jamie Foxx is the one nigga I'm waiting to go on tour. Just one time.
You know what's crazy? Eddie Murphy got albums, multiple.
Yeah, I knew that. I heard that one song. I was like, Eddie, you need to just keep being active.
Okay, can we pause for Eddie Murphy real quick? Can we give a shout out to Eddie Murphy?
Let's give a shout out to Eddie.
I say that because I crack jokes all the time, and I think I posted this on Facebook, but he, to me, is the black Adam Sandler.
I can see
and
that.
You want to know why I say that? Do y'all understand why I say that? Because Eddie put all his people on.
I knew that. That's why I fucks with Adam Sandler.
And Adam Sandler puts all his people on.
Every movie. They'll be in the same movie. Even if they ain't got no pivotal role, you're going to see them walk across the screen. They going to be in there getting a check somehow.
Somewhere.
Yep.
I've always said that. I was like, bro,
but
Adam Sandler.
Besides Arsenio, like who else did Eddie really put on?
Remember, but you also, let's go back. Back then, the people that he put on, he didn't put on in the black household. He put them in white households. Because a lot of the movies that are cultural movies for us, that we rock with as cultural films, that we was like, oh, he didn't put them on. But if you turn it on main screen TV, they weren't on there. A lot of stuff we had to see from our people was on VHS tapes.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But if I turned on ABC late at night, I could watch Harlem Nights. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like he brought a lot of between him and do I want to say Richard Pryor? They brought them to the main screen. They brought them to, because we have our quote unquote B movies, which are black movies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he paved the way for a lot of comedians a lot of black comedians in serious roles.
Yeah. I can see that. That's why I rock with Spike Lee so hard. I rock with Spike Lee because Spike Lee literally has put on so many people.
Yes.
People who we're talking about A-list celebrities now who got their start being an extra in Spike Lee movies.
Yes.
But
Like,
that's what you
Samuel L. Jackson.
you
You know what I'm saying? When you think about Samuel L. Jackson, Lawrence Fishburne,
Mm-hmm.
and when you start looking at some of the names that he broke, Giancarlo Esposito, I still to this day, I call that man Julian. That's Big Brother, Dean Big Brother Almighty. My man was in Do the Right Thing, Jungle Fever. Now he Breaking Bad. White folks know him because of Breaking Bad.
Yeah, rest his soul.
No, he's still alive.
I thought he just
alive.
I could have sworn somebody.
No, you seen him trending recently because somebody had made a post saying he don't get his flowers.
Yeah,
he was trending recently.
You talk about the one who played Gustavo Fringe on Breaking Bad.
I'm trying to think what
the man who owned the chicken pollo.
Let me see what his name is on there.
Hold on, let me look.
The man you talking about who owned the restaurant.
This guy.
Can you see him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
dead.
Yeah, somebody looked like him fucking passed because I remember I was just watching. I started watching Breaking Bad again.
Nah, he's still alive.
I seen his picture.
Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul.
I know he's on Better Call Saul because that's a spinoff from Breaking Bad. That was that nigga on Breaking Bad.
Man, all these spinoffs that they doing, I just wish they would leave a lot of stuff where it was at.
I'm thinking about my dude from The Wire.
Oh yeah, Michael Kaye.
No, not Michael Kaye. The one who played the black. He was a lawyer. He was an officer. Then he became a lawyer. But he was like the chief. He wasn't the chief, but he was like a sergeant. Daniels.
Mm.
His name was Daniels on The Wire, and he was in some other stuff. He looked like Seal, the singer Seal with the scar on his face and shit. But that's what I'm thinking about. It got to be. I knew somebody from TV, but that's a dope fact though, because I would have never known.
They called him Mac Robinson. That was Jackie's brother's nickname, Mac.
Okay.
Mac Robinson. I wonder if he in my bloodline, because I found my family a couple of years ago, my father's side, and I've been starting to do the research down the rabbit hole of who my family are, the descendants, and where they come from. And I found out like I am the great. I'm gonna get the great and all that. I'm gonna get that mixed up, but I am a descendant of Robert E. Lee.
Ew.
Yeah, that's where the light skin come from.
Hey, I'm like, damn, of all the white people, you get
all the Caucasians.
All the Caucasians.
That motherfucker.
You get
that Robert E. Lee. And when my shout out to my cousin Karen, shout out to Karen if you watching. She is my father's side of the family's historian. So she finds everything. So the second that she got my information and my son's information, she started doing deep dives into that family too. But on my father's side of the family, Robert E. Lee and his brothers and them liked us women, us coloreds, and they got us pregnant. And we received plantation land. Literally had plantation land that was given to my family.
You might have to hook me up with your cousin Karen because I've been wanting to look in my family tree for a minute, and of course, like black families, we got some steps in there, we got some name changes.
Mm-hmm.
I would if you can hook me up.
I'll show send Karen your way. Karen Keys, shout out to my cousin. Like I'm a Smith Keys Robinson. Smith Keys Robinson. My last name that I currently have, I found out has no blood to it. It's just a name.
My last name right now, I am not a Grimes by blood.
Why people do us like that?
So what's crazy is like
I don't know.
It's funny. So my grandfather's name, my dad's dad, is Arthur Davis. That's his name.
Okay.
My dad was born Arthur Davis Jr. When his mom divorced Arthur Davis Sr., she married a dude named Joe Grimes. She's like, I know what I'm gonna do. Change these names. So she changed, changed my dad and my auntie last name from Davis to Grimes. Then had a whole slew of kids with the Grimes name. So when my dad was older, my dad was the product of a divorce, back and forth, mom, dad, they beefing, So when my dad finally got of age and they was like, his dad was like, I don't like the fact you carrying another. My dad was like, well, it's gonna cost me to go back and change all these records. Well, my granddad kind of was like, well, nah, I ain't gonna help you pay for it, but you need to change it. My dad was like, well, that's another you not being what it was a whole beef there.
Yeah, fuck that.
With me, I'm Arthur Davis Grimes II. My son came, I was like, you know what? I know my dad had his beef with his granddad, but I kind of had my come to Jesus with my granddad before he passed. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, if I ever have a son, I'm going to try to fix the name. So my son got all of our names, right? So my son got everybody's name, but he still got.
How many names he got? How long is this?
My son's name is Arthur James Davis Grimes III. Because he got my grandfather's whole name, my daddy's original name, then the switch, my name, and that, plus the numbers to make sure you stay in line. We just call his ass AJ.
Shit, I thought it was just for Arthur Jr. Shit, I ain't damn.
But even in that, like, I remember I was probably about 10 years ago, I was in a Grimes group on Facebook. And my auntie was the one who put me on blast. Like, my daddy's sister was like, yeah, he not a real Grimes. Fam. Like, that's kind of bogus.
I'm like, girl, I ain't asked for this shit.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's been that thing I wanted to do a deep dive in. Plus, I teach African American studies. So you teach that class and you trying to explain to these students, yo Robinsons, yo Jacksons, yo Gentrys and all that you got his last names. Yeah, that wasn't your last name. Trying to get back to when your ancestors was a Buck and a Wayne.
Your roots.
Unfortunately, we have to go back there and try to figure out where the change came. And so I've been wanting to do a deep dive just to kind of get an idea of where and who. And it's not necessarily. I really want to trace mine all the way back to Africa because I would love to know at least what part of Africa I'm from.
Yeah, that's what I want to see.
I know me. I'd love to be like, hey, whether it be, am I from Mali? Am I from Ghana? Am I from wherever? Like,
what particular region?
Yeah, so that way I can learn about my culture, my real cultural heritage, versus the one I got. Not necessarily I would throw the one away I got now, but I would love, especially if my country is one of the ones that give me dual citizenship.
Because
there's some African
5 of them.
Yeah, it's some African countries. I found out it's more than 5.
Oh,
more than 5 that give you dual citizenship for Black Americans.
I'm gonna get mine.
Yeah, because becoming an expat is expensive. Trying to change, because I'm in the process of trying to legally change my name to my father and my grandfather's name. I'm gonna change. I got to work on changing my son's last name because his last name is the same last name as the name that my mother has, which is what I have. Y'all gonna hear him because he's in there on that game with somebody and somebody leaving him, but it is important for us to know who and what we are and where we come from, because so many of us have so many different stories and so many different lineages that somewhere along the way, we don't know who we are.
That's true. That's true. That's totally true. Like, I've always been interested in trying to figure that. I ain't want to do I know they got the little ancestry DNA.
Yeah, I ain't want that.
I don't trust that. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna tell more than what I know, but
it I ain't gonna lie, it do work. Because
have you done it yet? That's the first thing she's gonna ask you if you did your ancestry DNA.
I have not, but probably about 2 or 3 years ago, like during COVID, we was all stuck at home. I got this Facebook request, and I saw the mutual friend, so I went to the mutual friend. I was like, one of my mutual friends, Diana Shorty from Eastern Star. I called her. I said, "Hey, who is this? Who is this lady? Like, she your friend? She trying to friend me?" She was like, "Oh, well, she in my husband's music group." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, why she want to be friends with me?" So she sends me a message like, "Hey, I just found out we're related." Yeah, okay, that's weird. But she sent this message to like everybody in my family. So like she found all of us on Facebook. She sent everybody the same message. So I accept the message. I'm like, well, how are we related? She was like, well, I did ancestry, and come to find out, I didn't know who my father was. She's like, come to find out, my father's name is this. Well, that's my granny's brother. So I was like, well, that's I'm like, that's interesting because this uncle is, you know, the uncle that a lot of folks respect. Him having an outside child ain't gonna look so great, you know. But come to find out, hey, she had the test. It was like, boom, it's him. So
how do it be like directly leading you to people?
I guess because when they doing the DNA, they like, hey, somebody here is this much, and you can only be this much based on if you're a sibling or a parent or something.
It's broken down based on like close proximity and all of that. Like, it's funny because I was the other part. I was old girl. Like, a guy kept popping up on my friend, people you may know. Kept popping up on my people you may know. I don't care when I was on her, he kept popping up. But his name is the same exact name as my father's. Same exact name. But he was a senior. And so I'm like, something in me, every time I see it, I'll be like, oh, I want to message this person because my father's name is unique. So I'm like, I want to message this person. My father's name is Franz Robinson. He was just Franz Robinson Jr. because my grandfather's name was Senior. So they just basically, my uncle started come to find out this guy is my cousin. I'm thinking he's my brother. So I messaged him like, hey, so this is going to be weird. I don't mean to come across as weird. I am a little bit weird, but I'm not crazy. Well, not very crazy. But I just want to say your name is just like my father's. And then I start breaking down the information that I had from my mother about my father. And he says, his response, I'm going to have to find it, but it was along the lines of, okay, that's not my father. That's my uncle. And I know that you are possibly my cousin because nobody knows the information that you know. So when that started, he added me to the Robinson group, Facebook group. I feel like every Black family should have a Facebook group because it's hilarious.
Yeah, we got one.
And he added me to that group, and the love that I received, because you know, when you coming in from the outside, you like, woo, okay, I don't know if they're gonna believe me because there's so many people that will pop up out the woodwork saying, that's my daddy, and then not be their dad. And the second that my dad's brother FaceTimed me, he started crying. And he was just like, I have a niece. And he was just so excited and so elated. I lost him 3 months later. But he was just so at peace with knowing that his brother did leave someone behind, which is the reason why he named his son after my dad. Because it was just them two. It was my dad and it was him. They had that side of the family is something that's completely opposite of my maternal side of the family. And I realized I always did not fit in with my maternal side because my paternal side is who I really am. My genetic background, all of us are built the same. Well, a lot of us are lighter than me. Like, it's my whole family is dark skinned, except for my cousin Ladera. Everybody else is chocolate. So it's just like, you don't know who you are, especially when you don't grow up with your dad around. So you really don't know who you are.
Yeah, my cousin a couple years ago, probably about 10 years ago now. I had a Masonic brother. Shout out to brother Andrew Turnage, district deputy now.
Hey, Mr. Turnage.
Yeah, so Drew called me out the blue one day, like, hey, I got a brother who's a Kappa brother of his who is interested in becoming a Mason. He said, but I think he'd be better over there with you and Jay Gas and with the other Greeks, and y'all younger. So I had him call me. I said, get a brother my number, have him call me. I talked to this guy for about an hour and a half. Had a lot in common. He went to Morris Brown, so I was like, we got the HBCU connection. We talking and we talking. At the end of the conversation, I said, hey man, pleasure talking to you, man. If you're really interested in becoming a mason, just holler at me and we'll move on. And he was like, bet. And I told him my name. I said, lock me in, my name is this. And he goes, Grimes, that's my daddy last name. And I said, really? I said, who's your dad? Now I'm driving the whole time talking to him. I said, who's your dad? He said, Sorrell. I said, that's my daddy little brother. So I was on my way to my parents' house. So I finally pull up. I go in the house and I say, Dad, did Uncle Sorrell have a son named Dan? And he said, yeah, I ain't seen him since he was 2 years old. Come to find out, this guy I'm talking to who just out the blue get connected with me. He is my uncle's son that he and the family ain't seen since he was 2 years old. Now, mind you, he is 30. Let's see, he's a little older than me.
Damn.
So one of the dopest things was being able to have a conversation with him and tell him like, hey, our grandmother's still alive. Like, this is where she lived. Like, let's then on the other side, him being a member of Kappa Alpha Psi, he didn't know that one like somebody who was like well respected in his chapter, he was technically a legacy for that chapter. Our great uncle had pledged that chapter in 1958. So I'm telling him, I'm like, yeah, you crossed here. He's like, yeah. I said, well, Uncle Walter crossed there in 1958. They call him this. And he like, wow, I remember, I know that name. I know those stories. And come to find out, that's your great uncle. So it was dope to be able to, that everybody got to know their family, because hell, you mess around and end up with related to somebody. Y'all heard about that couple that found out they was cousins and decided they're not getting divorced.
Yes.
That happened to me.
Hey, you
that happened to me. We just found out.
Hey, don't feel bad.
We were cousins. We just found out that we were cousins, but we didn't. We dated 15, 16 years ago, 17 years ago. But we just found out we were cousins when I found out who my dad was and my dad's side of the family. So it wasn't.
I got one. The only reason it wasn't that bad for me is because we didn't do nothing. We just went on a couple dates. Like, we didn't have sex or nothing. But I found out when I went to my uncle's funeral, and at my uncle's funeral, like, I see her, my little cousin. And like, you don't know her? And I'm like,
what you mean? What you mean I don't know?
What you mean?
Right. That's the first thing I'm saying. What you mean I don't know her?
Like,
who that?
They're like, you don't know her? I'm like, no, why she here? They're like, that's like his granddaughter. I'm like, his granddaughter?
Boy, all you gonna hear me in the back like, oh no.
You gonna start sweating. Nico. You gonna start. Nico.
I don't know how to hide the expression on my face. I'm just gonna be like, I'm like, girl, don't talk to me. We can't have no conversation about this.
You gonna start sweating, Nico.
I was so glad because the night that it could have went down, like, she just blew my high, and I was like, man, you gotta go.
That was God.
That was God. You, not trying to clap your cousin.
That was God.
Not what we here for.
Hey,
that was God saying no.
To this day, we have not, like, only two cousins. Like, I think only two cousins know, like, what happened. Everybody else be like, they be like, why y'all rock with her? Oh,
she cool. She cool. Keep shorty over
there.
You
can't act like that though. Like,
I mean, I'll be cordial. I'll be cordial and cool because I'm just a calm, cool, collected person. So, I ain't finna be acting weird, but as soon as you start acting weird, I'm like, I'm already the family member that don't show up to shit. Or I'm the one that show up high late and then I'll leave in a minute. So my family don't
see, we could never go anywhere together, Nico, because I am a stickler for time. I don't hate. I'm telling you, I like to be on time or early. And you want to know why? So I can leave early.
See, but that's my method too. But I only do that with family events. Other stuff I go on time. But I see the two options. If I come early, on time, I'm leaving early. But if I come in the middle and you want me really towards the end, I got to be a little late. If I'm a little late, then I got you for the whole night. But I can't do like the whole 3 hours.
Being late is something that I hate.
Oh yeah,
like
no,
I drive clients. My clients will tell you I drive them. I drive my clients. I drive friends. Like I be like, okay. I be having to tell, like I had this one friend I would tell her that the event starts at 7 or 6 and it don't start till like 7:30, 8 o'clock because that's the time. That way we can get there at 7 and be on time.
They one of them. Yeah, no, that's family events. Other stuff I'll be on time for because I don't like being late. But for them,
I can't do.
They want me to
I'm
be there.
sweating with these deadlines being sick, and I got stuff that I got to get out to these clients. And I'm just like, oh my God! But they're very understanding. They know I'm sick. Shout out to my clients that care. I appreciate
the clients.
Shout out to the clients.
Grace. People need that grace. People that provide services go through things too. Yeah. So we be needing our moments. I'll do the same. I'll do videos. So I'll be having to tell people that too. But luckily I ain't been sick. But
man, look, this God.
I got strep throat when I had a video shoot one time. I'm like, bro, I can't come. If we could push it to tomorrow, I'm like, maybe I'll be better. And after I just had to get his deposit back, I'm like, we'll have to reschedule it, man, because I don't know when this is gonna be over with. And I'll be trying to force myself to do something on behalf of somebody else.
When you are creative and you sick, there's no doing nothing. Like you, because you're the creative juices ain't flowing. Like your body is tired. Like that's how it is. It's tired. Like, I'm a writer. So when I write, I have to be in that space when I'm creating these business plans for clients or anything that I'm doing that's creative. I have to be clear, and I'm not clear. I haven't been clear since I got this COVID, and I want to get stuff done for clients, but I can't. I can't, and I don't want to. I'm very anal about my work, which is the reason why they work with me. But you see the board behind me, y'all see them boards, it's, yeah.
I feel it.
Hey, Nico.
I feel it. Yes, my brother.
Before we get too deep into this thing, I see we an hour in, man. You ain't blessed these folks with the number 9 yet.
I haven't.
Yeah.
So I'm about to do that. Actually, I was leading my way there in a second or two. But as y'all know, my favorite thing to do on here is the numerology corner. We're trying to knock it out each episode, and we got the number 9, which says the number 9 might be a sign that someone close to you needs your assistance. Be on the lookout for ways you can help those around you, knowing that by doing so, you might gain something valuable in return. The number 9 is also thought to represent ideas of humanitarianism, enlightenment, and compassion. I like that one. I like this one. I had to double it up. There was 2 separate sentences out throughout the whole page. Shout out to my website. I'll be finding my stuff, sunsigns.org. Yeah. If you're a numbers person, they got every version of a number on there, 000s, like anything you could think of, I've seen pretty much on there. And I get some. I feel like I've been getting some pretty good jewels and gems from it. It depends on the week. It could be a lot more relatable than others. But I mean, I do agree with. Hell, I don't agree with helping people with the thought of you gonna get something. That's the only part. That's the only part of that I was like, I don't think they meant to word it that way, but that's how I kind of gave off, like knowing that by doing so, you might or be on the lookout for like stuff like that. It's like it's cool if you get some. I'm doing it out the genuineness of my heart. If something comes from this, wonderful. But a lot of people go into stuff with that mindset of looking for something. So then when it don't pan out the way they want to, now they don't want to.
Yeah, I've gotten that in my years of being Greek and all that stuff. I've gotten to the point where I have a disdain for us requiring community service hours from candidates who want to join our organizations because they're only volunteering so they can join. In which then they will do the volunteer service in our name. And I'm like, fam, you didn't do this genuinely. You did this because you wanted something.
I agree.
So I'm I'm not a founder or anything like that, but I look at it like, man, maybe I wonder if all the Greek organizations could just be like, hey, you're gonna do service once you get in. Stop trying to go spend time somewhere that you really don't care. You just doing it to rack up hours so it looks good on your resume.
Yeah.
And especially a lot of people do stuff like that. Let me give to this homeless man, because in turn, if I give him $10, I'm gonna find 100 later. No, man. You did it because you had it.
I had it. It wasn't gonna hurt me, and I feel like being.
I feel like we had that past. I feel like we had that conversation on social media before, like about the good deeds.
Yeah.
I think me and you have discussed that about like doing good deeds, and it's cool to do good deeds, and it's okay to talk about it because that stuff is infectious. You know what I'm saying? It's contagious. But actually doing the good deed, and then you take a picture of the person that you did the good deed for.
What?
And then you video record and you pay for it. And it's just like, was it a good deed? Was it really?
Yeah.
Was it really?
That's one thing. That's one thing I love about Masonry compared to me being a Mason compared to my Greek organization. Because with my Greek organization, it's always the photo op.
Mm-hmm.
We have to document the photo op to show what we're doing. And Masonry as a whole, a lot of times, don't get me wrong, they still do the photo ops, but they do it a lot less. Like there is a heap of service and things that is done by that organization that people never know about. Like I participated in multiple cleanups, multiple donations, hey, somebody made a phone call and 20 brothers down here doing some work and no pictures. No putting it on Facebook, no none of that. We did what we was called to do. And I think that's the limit that I think we have sometimes, where when you do something for someone, if you're looking for something in return, even if that's simply clout,
mm-hmm.
then it's no longer you doing it for someone. You're doing that for self. Yeah, you may have helped someone while you're doing it, but you're doing it for self. This is going to make your platform or your organization look good or bigger because you did this for clout, and you made sure that everybody knew that you did it for clout. So I feel like if you given a scholarship, great, you're giving a scholarship. Do everybody need to know you giving a scholarship? Not really.
Okay, so the publicist in me is like,
that ain't me. I know that's your lane.
The publicist in me is like, okay, I feel like it's not what you do, but how you do it sometimes. So if you're giving out a scholarship, like I said, making it infectious. For me, it's about making it infectious and showing your attentive care. So if you're giving a scholarship, if you're making a large donation, if you're doing something of those natures, okay, it's cool to do that, like you say, that photo op. Get that photo op. But it's about how you post it. It's about the caption. It's about the overall message of it. So you do have those that are just like, look at me. I did this, y'all. I did this. Look at me. Look, I did it. And then you have those, we were honored to give. I felt honored to be able to do this today. You see what I'm saying? You have the look at me's, and then you have those that feel honored to be a part of it and to show the world this is what we're doing. Catch up. Let's do it together. It's all in the message. Because I do know y'all Masons do a lot of work in the community. I dated a Mason last year, and that man stayed busy. And I've dated Greeks, and I know Greeks do.
Like, who you date?
None of y'all business. Y'all know Shai is private with who she date. Y'all never know who I mess with. But it is definitely, I could see when you said that I understood the difference in what you were saying, because I had been on the other side watching it from multiple perspectives, because I've dated a Greek, I've dated a Mason, you know what I'm saying, and seeing how it happens on both sides. One thing I do know that, and I feel when it comes to good deeds is, which is something that really pisses me off, is the people when they exploit the people that they did it for. That is the only issue that I have with it, is the exploitation of the person, because it's art. You have to understand being on that level of where you're forced to need help. That is an embarrassment. I don't care how you live your lifestyle. It's an embarrassment.
Yeah.
So when you post them on social media and then now all of a sudden your post is getting shared and you're going viral, stay away from them Greeks. Look, man.
Hey, Neo, chill out, bro.
Look, man. Hey. Oh, and somebody asked Ladera. Ladera's last name is Finney. His last name is Finney. It's not hard, and I seen that earlier. But it is definitely because I love a good deed, baby. I'll pay it forward. I will buy people food. Me and my kids used to go load up our car with water, and I'd make pans of lasagna or whatever and go hand it out to the homeless. Y'all wouldn't know I did it until after I had posted the trash bag or whatever. And a lot of times when I say stuff, I say it is to say people got to be more, you got to show humility now. But yeah,
I agree.
Let's get a couple of these random topics in before we get to this interview.
Let's get it in. Your boy Dion.
Hey man, Coach Prime does it again. I know people feel I am still rocking with them right there. Still rocking with them.
The best one at the top, though.
Yeah, we shout out to LU.
Shout out to the Lincoln Blue Tigers.
I'm headed to week 3 of my HBCU road trip. But Coach Prime did it, man. I think what I'm noticing now is the system of ESPN and we'll have to have a conversation about offline about how I feel about them for real. But ESPN, and even the NFL, like Mel Kiper said that he's known for doing draft boards. He said Shador is a guaranteed first round pick. He's doing the same shit that he did at Jackson State. Y'all said this man wasn't even an NFL worthy quarterback last year. You changed schools, same guy, same coaching staff, same mechanics.
All he did was break that school record the first game, and now
all he did was throw. And wait, look, 510 yards, great. But
no interception.
He got thousands of yards last year, thousands of yards the year before. But it's because they blatantly say that there's no real athletes at HBCUs, and it's showing me that the system has not been the system in which they took the exactly same receivers too.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that they've taken these athletes from HBCUs and put them in white schools, now they're worthy. But then those same schools, when they don't perform, if you saw the Texas-Alabama game, you saw them Alabama fans telling them Texas fans to go back to or tell them Texas players to go back to the projects. Like the system, the NCAA, the whole system itself needs to be broken down and restarted.
Those are all based, like all of those organizations are based on when we didn't have really too many rights anyway.
100%.
So it's kind of sort of like we had to form our HBCUs because we were having issues trying to get into their institution. So anything that we do independently and solely on our own has been frowned upon forever. It's always been lesser quality or less than. So because of that, this narrative that's playing out, I'm not shocked with.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely not shocked at it. And Deion win the national championship, my guy.
Oh yeah,
yes. All these coaches,
if he could take it the whole way first year,
all these commentators, everybody that don't bust their ass, run up the score, beat up. I need you to score 100 points on them. I need you to try to bust the clock. Because every single time you do it, they gonna say, "Well, it was this and it was this." They don't want to get that man. Because a lot of people, even though I was upset the way he left Jackson, Deion's still gonna go down in history as one of the greatest people in sports history.
Yeah,
like not many people can say he dominated college football. He dominated pro football as a player. He dominated pro baseball. He did both at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Then, now you dominate coaching.
Mm-hmm.
You go to a school with no coaching experience, and when you win the conference title twice. Go to a school that was 1-11 and you 2-0. You won more games this season than they won all last season. You got a team ranked that ain't been ranked in 10, 15 years.
It was 22nd, now they 18.
Oh yeah. And the fact that they're gonna keep moving up. You know, hey, I don't even want to talk about PWIs.
PWIs and do great things. Do we blame them? No, I don't blame them.
You know,
I don't blame them.
I can't be mad at a kid leaving a HBC to go to PWI, because what happens is if he want to go to the league, it's been proven that they are not going to our schools looking
at all.
They're going to our schools looking for the party. They're going to those scouts are coming to our school. They like the band and they like the culture and the crowd. No. They're not looking at the talent.
Mm-hmm.
When they give those kids the opportunity to showcase the talent, they make it impossible for them to succeed. You know, you get Marquise Bell, who's playing for the Cowboys. Marquise Bell has had to, during preseason, he had to give an all Pro Bowl season during preseason just to make the roster, because he came from FAMU. But I guarantee if he was down the street at Florida State, he could have had 3 tackles and 1 interception. They'd have gave him all the millions.
Yeah.
You know, it's unfortunate, man. You know, but I'm still rocking for my HBCUs. I buy my tickets. I go to the game. I don't tailgate and sit in the parking lot all day like some folks. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, I was at the Southern Heritage Classic this past weekend in Memphis, Tennessee. And,
shout out to Memphis.
You know, Tennessee State, UAPB. And, you know, when that game kicked off, I walked into that stadium at 5:30 and still plenty of folks outside kicking. You know, I was sitting in the seat, and my row, I had people to the right of me, but 2 seats to the left of me. Literally 2 young ladies walked in and sat next to me with 1 minute to go in the first half. I said, y'all made it just in time for halftime, huh?
They was outside kicking it.
And they was reeking too, boy. I was like, hey, appreciate y'all. You know, I didn't smoke today, but thank you. You know,
got that whole contact.
They came in there, they was reeking. I was like, and it was a church mother sitting in front of me. I know she was pissed. I know her. She was sitting there like this. She looked back, and they was a little. You could tell they was college students. You could tell they was dressed for the party and not the game.
Sister Geraldine smoked too. Don't let Sister Geraldine was probably mad she didn't get high before she walked up in there.
Probably, but Sister Geraldine had that church fan outside like this.
She's like, you ain't gotta smell like it. You could be high.
But you know, people know that they can smoke now, so they don't really care. You ain't gotta hide it no more. I feel like if you could walk in around me smelling like a cigarette, because you ain't trying to conceal that cigarette smell. I smell people all the time that walk past me smelling like cigarettes. You smell like a pack of Newports. Then why do I have to conceal my sativa that I bought?
Oh no, I agree. Look, I've been smoking for years.
Because mine costs more than yours. So why can't I walk around with the aroma of what I spent my good money on?
Boy, I used to do that shit.
Hey man.
So I mean, it is what it is.
I was looking at these random topics, man. I'm kind of upset BG home, bro.
You upset he home?
Yeah.
Why?
Cause like these pictures and videos.
He like when he left, it wasn't nothing but like MySpace. And now he back.
Hey, y'all know what I'm talking about.
I do. It's very sassy.
With the extra jaw.
2000, you hear me?
It's very sassy.
Yeah, it's like I got locks, and my man was like,
it's very like he was looking like a girl, a dainty girl
who just got out,
that just got out. He was like a dainty female, like, oh my God, stop, don't. Oh, you want to see my hair? Oh,
I was looking, I'm like, come on, B. I know you've been in jail for a minute, but then he got the jaw, the Bobby the Bobby and them Jones.
Yeah.
BG's name was Bernadette Georgina. I feel like I love.
Oh, the whole time.
I just like
I'm
it's
sorry,
silly.
look, I'm sorry to anybody because somebody sent for me today, but I really feel like BG was catching.
Oh,
I feel like BG was he saw like his videos. I was so happy to see he was home when they went live. I was like, yeah, yeah. And then he was just being very dainty and sassy. And I was like, he is.
yeah, them teething.
Let us pray. I just
I
let
mean,
us pray.
I don't judge y'all in case y'all
Yeah,
look.
and
I
I'm not
don't
judging.
know
I don't
either.
judge, but you gonna get
I
these
remember
jokes.
Hot Boys GG, BG. You know what I'm saying? I remember Hot Boys, and this ain't the Hot Boy I remember.
That ain't the wine Wody. I know.
Exactly.
That ain't him. I'm just looking. I seen that video. I turned it off. I'm like, we not gonna think of BG. He just got out 3 days ago. I'm still trying to figure out what's going on. I'm gonna act like I ain't paying attention. He just happy.
BG
He
is
ain't blushed
sassy.
in 11 years. He just
As,
happy to
as
smile.
a member of the Rainbow Coalition and the alphabet people, he is sassy. He is sassy.
Hey, so
He
hold on.
is BG is sassy. I apologize to the BG fans. Y'all don't cancel me. Don't send for me because there's nothing wrong with it.
No, it ain't nothing wrong with it. It's just
But
it's not the BG I remember.
what you
I just
need,
don't
boy?
remember.
I need a high girl. What
I'm
you
finna
want,
remember
boy? I want
back
to.
then. I'm remember. That's the BG I remember. The one, yeah, the little nigga, yeah, the one.
He like hot boys. He like hot boys.
Don't say that. Let's
He
next
don't.
topic.
Oh, God.
He he like hot boys, y'all.
Hey,
And
I saw a picture today where they showed all 4 members of the Hot Boys like today versus what they looked like when they was younger.
Boy,
Life been life in them days.
life. It's a
I mean,
lot of partying.
Did you like if you look at Wayne now?
BG used to be on heroin.
they always on that stuff though.
Yeah, like BG was on heroin at 11.
But back then it was Boyd. They was doing that Boyd heavy.
Yeah, them niggas like.
They was man. Look,
I just like weed. I done did shrooms, but I ain't going past that. Shrooms is fun, but
shrooms
is a very cool experience.
So somebody promised me that they would do shrooms with me because I said I wanted to try it. I actually do like Blue Lotus. Have you ever done Blue Lotus?
I don't know what that is.
Okay, you're gonna have to get some of my rolls. I have Blue Lotus, and so Blue Lotus is like you could do Blue Lotus with a shroom tea, and or you can eat both of them or whatever. But I want to try shrooms, and everybody is terrified to do it with me.
So,
and the one person who said they were going to do it with me as a first time, they did it by themselves.
Yeah, you got to do with somebody you cool with and trust, because you can't be with nobody that be that's tweaking. Like I ain't do it for a long time because I was like, hell nah, bro. I done heard stories, and then I finally was like, fuck it. I'm gonna do that shit. And I did it with 3 of my homeboys, 2 of them who had been doing the shit. We went to Denver for somebody's birthday. So we planned this shit out. Me and my other homeboy had never did the shit before. And the first time I did it twice that weekend. One, it was in some chocolate. And I already don't like chocolate, but if it's gonna alter my life, I'll fuck with it. So I ate that. And man, shit kicked in like 10, 15 minutes. And it was just, I realized because I was in this Korean barbecue restaurant. And it was like the lights just got bright as hell out of nowhere. I'm like, nigga. I'm like, it's the lights bright. And he like, bruh. I'm like, all right. So we all in here tripping. And it heightens your senses. I got these chicken wings. And they had to cook that shit in like onions and scallions, because all I could smell when I bit into it, it just felt like I was biting a motherfucking onion.
Mm-mm.
The scent was so strong, like I tried to eat through it because I already paid for the shit. But I'm like, man, I'm not fucking with this because it ain't doing it for me. I tried showing my friend introduced me to it as a
It was
babysitter.
definitely a wonderful experience. A lot of reminiscing on my part.
Man, that shit was every time I've done it three, 4 times. Every time that shit was fun. Like once it kicked in, like that night, it was just like we just ended up smoking. That's what some homeboys told me a long time ago. He's like, long as you ain't out here thinking negative, you're gonna be cool. Like you don't eat. People tell you to eat an eighth. That's if you're trying to see shit. I ain't at that point yet. I'm doing it to where it feels like I just smoked hella good ass weed. That's how I feel like you get the whole body high. The most I done seen was a picture with this galaxy, and that motherfucker was like,
It looked like it was coming at you.
like, I'm tripping, or this shit moving. But bro, doing that shit in Denver, the second day I ate it, like the actual mushroom, like I put it on a burger and bit it because I ain't like the taste. It's like if you like sunflower seeds, the taste wouldn't bother you. I don't like sunflower seeds, so I ain't like it. Or, bro, I ate through that shit. And next thing I know, I was like, bro, I felt like a little kid all over again. We was on them scooters riding through downtown Denver, bro. Like, that was the greatest time I had in my life, like in years. Like, that was like the happiest I had been in hell. It was the funnest shit ever. And Denver's all painted in murals full of colors and shit. So now all this stuff is just vibrant as fuck when you're going past it. I'm like, nigga, this is fucking amazing. As soon as I came down, I was like, I see why people do it.
So I was reading an article, because I've been studying doing herbs and stuff, and I was reading an article. Denver actually did that for people who smoke.
I could believe it.
They did
I
that.
could believe it.
They did that for aesthetic for people that actually get high. It's an aesthetic thing because you see when you high, everything is elevated. And anything, if it's nasty when you high, it's nasty in real life. But when it is elevated, it's definitely elevated. Sure might make it.
Yep. That's exactly how I go, bro.
One day I'm gonna try it.
Your mind, it was one of them like I see why people do it. I couldn't do that shit every day like I smoke. But I want to have a cooler. I'm like, fuck it. I'll find something. And I only do it with one homeboy because he'll know where to get it. I don't know nobody personally where I'll be like, this will be the nigga. I don't need no shroom plug. That's why I call somebody else. I don't need no shroom plug, so I can just go get this shit myself. But it's cool. Like I said one time I'm gonna do it to the point where I eat the whole eighth and see where that motherfucker take me. But I want to do it in Vegas. I think walking that strip and all of that going on.
You good over there, Pass? You look like you feeling.
I am trying to get some water, and the missus inside kicking. I'm like, fam, look at your phone.
Help me.
Help me.
Oh, holla, man. Well, look, man, I just want to do a shout out before we get into our interview. Shout out to and we gotta give it a clap.
Yeah.
Coco.
Yeah.
Man, y'all clapping too long. We haven't time to be quiet, y'all. But is it Golf?
Yeah, Coco Golf.
Coco Golf. Shout out to her for doing her thing this past weekend. And I know she won the US Open.
Mm-hmm.
It's another thing they said. I don't know if it was just that, because I know that ain't the first one she's won. Not per se US Open. That's her first US Open. But I know if you win like a certain game, they call it something else, or I could have been reading it wrong. But shout out to her for that. Because that's super dope. She the youngest person since Serena did it in 99.
Yeah.
Yep. And that picture of her and her parents was dope.
Yeah.
Dope.
Super dope. What's even more, like, I love the fact that I think it was somebody, I don't remember exactly who went and compiled the stats, but in the last 24 years of the US Open, there's been multiple black champions. Like, I think over half of the US Open female champions have been held by black women.
Mm-hmm.
So including Coco, Venus, Serena, and what's my girl? Osaka. I think that Naomi.
Naomi Osaka.
Yeah.
Naomi Osaka.
Yeah. And so just to
You
see
was
that,
there watching.
and have y'all seen the video of Coco like dancing at the U.S. Open when she a little kid?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's like a dream come true.
Is she not a Nike athlete?
I don't know.
She can't be because Nike pretty good with their storytelling. And as soon as she won, they would have had that motherfucker geared up for a commercial.
Ready to go.
Ready. Nike good for that. Like Nike got a good athletic storytelling, like commercial series things they do. And that shit would have been perfect. Like somebody missed a good opportunity with her for that moment. Especially, I'm like, if we saw the video, everybody else had to see it prior to this. That was my first time ever seeing it, but I'm sure it's been out there before.
Like it was the perfect. Coco, what are you doing after you win? I'm going to Disneyland.
So Coco's brand deal is with New Balance.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
New Balance. I mean,
She signed her deal. It says golf is the only active female pro with the signature shoe having debuted. She has her own shoe, Coco CG1s, that they debuted a year ago for New Balance.
Yeah, I don't fuck with New Balance after that Kaepernick shit.
I don't know what they did to him, but I like New Balance shoes.
Yeah. But hey,
all of her branding is New Balance. I just went to
that's hey, shout out to her. I love the fact that you got, because there was a void that a lot of Black Americans.
Hold on. Wait a minute. She has contracts and sponsorships with New Balance, Barilla Pasta, UPS, Bose, Tiller Accounting, and then Rolex.
Ooh, y'all missed the opportunity with that commercial.
Yeah.
Y'all was supposed to play that commercial.
This got a Rolex.
Fade into her going crazy, showing her holding the trophy.
I don't even wear Rolex. She like, I wear Apple Watch.
Oh shit, hell yeah! But I bet she got a couple of them just sitting. You know what? I could call them if you need one.
Right.
That's what all I.
You know what she's sending everybody for Christmas.
Well, she got that. I watched the video of her. She was on live, and after people was writing her like, "What she gonna do with that $3 million that she get for winning?" And everybody like, "Take care of debt." She just laughed and she like, "Debt." Like she nigga, what debt? Like I'm 19, I ain't go to college, and I still live with my parents. Like what debt? I got $3 million. I'm pay the taxes.
And then she got these. She's slated to make at least $10 million for the through the remaining of 2023. $10 million in endorsements.
Let's fucking go, Coco. That's how you do it. When the man, this is all the endorsements she probably had prior to this win. So let's see how many more she get within the next couple months. That's gonna tag on to her.
Why'd you get Gatorade coming?
Oh, you got to. And she got a signature shoe like Serena about to do. She got a dunk coming out, but that's the only shoe I ever heard from her, and they ugly. Like I was like, you had all that.
I swear, Nike has never, besides Jordan, Nike ain't never really done right.
LeBron shoes. I like his shoes. I do got some.
We'll wear LeBron shoes if we actually hoop it. Niggas is not walking around in LeBrons.
Shit, I was. I got some.
LeBron was nice. My baby got a pair.
And they got the insoles was actual memory foam insoles, so they was way more comfortable than fucking Jordans. Like I had 3. I gave a pair to one of the kids at my school last year. For the sneaker ball, but he ended up just keeping them. But I was like, but I had a couple pair, bro. They and this Jordan just got the best signature shoe line that's ever been put out in basketball, like in sports. Period. It ain't nobody. You go through. Ain't too many people got that many that come out that year after year like that. So let's start there, because he's still putting out new shoes. He's on Air Jordan 37. Yeah, if you're going based off of the numbers,
we just stopped one.
Ugly than a motherfucker, but he's still putting them out, and clearly somebody's buying them for his ass to still be putting them out. Shout out to the Latino community. That's what we call the Mexican Jays, because y'all really keep it. That's what's keeping Jordan thriving right now. Shout out to the Latino community. And I had somebody make a post. They really didn't understand why people said that. I'm like, you must ain't really been around Atlanta. Latino people, because I grew up in an area with hella Latino people, and like their statement holds fucking true. Like, you gonna have the ones that get their retros too, but you gonna have them Jordans. You like, damn nigga, I didn't even know he made them. And it's just like, shit, bro, I just wanted some Jordans. Technically, they got Jordans, but he the only person that turned his shoe, like what his shoe was, into an actual like shoe company.
Like
He got other athletes that put out signature shoes. Jordan is pretty much Nike. They just not gonna let that whole umbrella go.
Yeah, he has his own Jordan brand, and it's colleges now that are signed to the Jordan brand.
Oh no, bro, they been doing that.
Yeah,
they were high school.
Michigan and North Carolina.
One of these schools out here, I think, got it. One of these schools, Jordan brand.
Vashon.
I just
I seen somebody hoodie the other day. It's Jordan brand. Like that.
Yeah, Vashon.
I think Eastside might be too.
I wouldn't put it past them.
I don't know about Eastside. I'll check for y'all, but I don't know about Eastside. But I definitely know Vashon is.
And then
I'm pretty sure. I think Eastside is too. Because
I mean, they got some goats. They got some beasts over there. They got some beasts in East St. Louis.
It would honestly benefit both of them.
Yeah.
Like Jordan putting that's a high school I would put my money into.
Yeah.
Like you see the program, what it can produce, what it do produce. That and basketball, like I would rock with them.
Like I looked up, I think it was a video Eastside put out the other day. They have like 40 kids actively on college rosters.
That's crazy, bro.
On college rosters right now.
Proof is in the pudding,
man.
Proof is in the pudding. Like, hey, it worked.
Yeah.
Like, and they know that shit worked, so they gonna rock with it,
man.
But y'all, we gotta clap it up because we gotta holler at our wonderful guest. We gotta dive a little deeper into everything she got going. Y'all have heard it all throughout the show. I've been waiting to kind of get further into the show so we can really talk about it.
Yeah.
So Shai, for those who are maybe just tapping in now, didn't get to hear your spiel in the beginning, let everybody know about yourself and everything that you do.
I am, first and foremost, I am a mother. I'm a child of God, secondly. Well, that's first, but mama, he put me here to cover his son. But I am a publicist. I am a content creator. I am a catastrophe claims adjuster. I'm a marketer. I have been an on-air personality. I can keep going, y'all.
Pop your shit.
Oh shit.
I can keep going, y'all. Like I successfully self-published my first book back in 2019. It is a real life, I guess you could say a sexual memoir of my escapades when I was younger. And it's called Sescapades of a Cocottes. It's available on Amazon. You can download it on your Kindle app. It's a short
Mm-hmm.
story, but it's approximately about 5 or 6 chapters, and the chapters are very detailed. Very detailed. When I ran the numbers last year, because people are still purchasing it, when I ran the numbers last year, of the readers were 67% male.
Shit, you might make 68%.
Hey,
I have to read this myself.
I could believe that because when I used to get in trouble, my mom made me read books. After I went through all the Black History books in our crib, there was only Zane books left. So she was making me read them.
Shout out to Zane.
I feel like that contributed to a lot in my life. I've read through a plethora of those, so I can see the numbers being that high.
Yeah.
Some of my fan messages on my author page, Author Shai Kaye on Facebook. Some of my is literally lotion and tissue, a picture from men of lotion and tissue on their nightstand. Like I didn't even know. You took me back to high school. Wow. I didn't know. Reading it, I'm a visual writer. So you can see, because I'm very descriptive of how the setup is, the scenes, and y'all gonna start saying some places, Club Rio, Spruce. For all my St. Louis people, this is how far back we going.
Okay.
Like it's very descriptive, and I'm working on doing the full novel, which is going to be 18 chapters, but it's 18 different stories. The names are different, the locations are accurate, the stories are accurate, and there are X's in my inbox hoping that they are included in this book.
Hey, hold on, fam, hold on. Nico, could you imagine one of the old bays just hitting you up like, hey, could you tell our story to everybody?
Hey, shit, I got some stories, nigga. Like,
hey,
I could do one of them.
Hey, I rocks with this.
Oh yeah, I think that's dope. I mean, it's different. Like,
they love it. I have not had an ex say any, because when I tell the story, you know who you are when you read it. So I've had a couple of exes that were featured in the story that reached out and was just like, so you remember the night like I remember the night? Because I read your book. I know you're like,
I'm just texting, yeah, boy.
Yo, like, how you been? You still single? Like, what's good?
You know my name in your phone to chapter number 8, please.
Yo, hit me up. Just call me. But I started in the entertainment industry when I was 18 years old. I started in radio, worked for Clear Channel Media. I hopped in every blue moon on air, but I was an account executive, so I did a lot of the remotes with the concerts and the production, the large productions. Okay. So that's what started me in entertainment, and then I branched off and began doing my own entertainment modeling agency and entertainment agency. Would do social networking events and the stuff that people are doing now that they feel like they invented, I did back in like 2000, early 2000s. I've done a lot, y'all. Like I've just turned 39 and I've lived several different lives, all of them very entertaining. But right now I'm just doing crisis management for businesses. I'm a publicist. I still write. I do business plans. I write grants. I write business proposals. I write presentations. I shoot content for my clients who are DJs or radio personalities. I just recently relinquished a contract. And I'm just getting back out here from being injured for a year. It's just, but I want to say one thing I will tell you that is God is amazing. God is amazing, number one. And number two, something that I learned throughout my injury that I preach is mental health is important.
Yes.
Mental health is important because God took me through and I came out feeling so much better, so much happier, so much purer. But yeah, I ain't finna get deep. I ain't finna get too deep because I can go deep. But
we do that on here.
So I got a question though.
I got an answer.
So Shai, I've run into you on numerous occasions, and you are always in the place to be. Yeah. And so a couple weeks back in July, I ran into you, and we was at probably one of the hottest St. Louis events, one of the dopest St. Louis events ever, back at Cigars and Sundresses. Shout out to
Lionel.
And
shout out to Lionel.
Unfortunately, the episode Lionel was supposed to come on, it was some stuff going on in Smoke and Sip schedule-wise where he couldn't make it. But
we gonna get him though.
Yeah,
y'all gonna get him. I'll talk to him.
But can you give me your point of view? Because I'm a cigar smoker, so I was in my zone as a cigar smoker. But as a person who does this, who is able to kind of take yourself out of it and be able to get the visualization of what greatness was happening. Can you give us what you thought about that day?
So you're talking specifically about Cigars and Sundresses?
Yeah.
I, like everyone else, came to support the event. It was my first ever Cigars and Sundresses that I've ever attended because the previous years that he had it, I was always traveling for business. I want to say that I am truly, and I've told him several times, I am truly, truly proud of Lionel and the execution of this year's event. And for there to be close to 10,000 people in one spot, only security we had was the little patrol that they had blocking the highway. And it'd be no incidents, no fights, no arguing. I don't even think I heard a baby daddy run into a baby mama and they have beef when we was out there.
Yeah.
It was extremely peaceful and it was a whole vibe. When he posted that setup is at 10 a.m., I pulled on that lot at 10:15 and there was no space to set up my tent.
I was there. I know.
There was no space. So I was geeked up about that. And doing PR because I'm the publicist for the DJ of the event, DJ Boogie Corleone. Shout out to Mr. Starks.
DJ Boogie Corleone.
I'm his publicist, and being there and the video, I think y'all seen the video that I captured of them singing Can We Talk? That was my video that went viral that people shared. That was the energy that I captured in that video. I captured it on many different levels. There was people of completely different backgrounds. Completely different backgrounds. There was multimillionaires out there hanging out with somebody who worked at Dollar General. Indeed. And it was no drama. You had people my son's age, 21, that was out there hanging out, vibing and jamming and smoking cigars and learning about the cigar culture. And then, of course, the beautiful. Can we give a shout out to all them ladies that was out there?
Yeah. Let's clap it up for beautiful. Yeah.
Baby, they showed baby, look, I'm telling you, the ladies look so good, honey. I was like, and this is why I'm a part of the LGBTQ community, because y'all look amazing.
Women are fine.
Yeah. It was a lot of beautiful women of all ages.
All ages, all backgrounds.
Hey, it messed with me. One of my coworkers, she a whole grandma, pulled up. I saw her sit. I saw her walk up. She didn't have no tent. She had a chair, and I was like, "You sitting over there?" She's like, "Yeah, we ain't got no tent." I said, "No, y'all come sit into my tent."
And that's how it was the whole time. If somebody didn't have a tent, like my tent, I was never in my tent because I was always running around capturing content. But my tent sat, and I came back. It was random people underneath my tent, and I didn't even care because it was like, look, it felt. I'm gonna tell you what it felt like. It felt like one big ass family reunion.
I knew you was finna say that.
Yep.
It felt like one big ass family reunion. And what I hated was the backlash from the people who I seen saying negative stuff about it on social media, because if you weren't there, because I wrote a whole statement too, if you weren't there, you don't know what transpired. For you to sit back and say, y'all so excited over wearing a sundress and being at the park. Yeah, you want to know why? Because I had a sundress on. I was at the park and I was with 9,999 of my other cousins, and everybody is out there eating. Everybody's out there supporting Black businesses. Everybody's out there peaceful. My client, shout out to Boogie D, he mixed his ass off that day.
Yeah.
Anything they requested, he found a way to mix it in. The ladies, shout out to the ladies of Smoke and Sip, they was out there slanging them cigars, baby. And Lionel was standing back, and you could tell, number one, he was overwhelmed. And number two, it wasn't an overwhelm of, oh my God, what's gonna happen? It's like, oh my God, this is me.
I did this.
I did this.
You know, it was crazy. What was crazy is, like, you know, when you say the big family reunion, I literally felt like no matter where I walked, I felt like I knew somebody, or we didn't smoke together before, we didn't hung out together before, and it was so live. And like, you know, I had a guy, I was at Smoke and Sip a couple weeks ago, probably about a week ago. Dude came up to me and said, "Hey man, didn't you have a light up tent?" I was like, "Yeah, that was me, fam. That was me." Because I had LED lights that lit up my tent at nighttime. So that way, because I was like, man, it's gonna get dark, and all of us sitting out here in the dark in these tents ain't gonna look right. So I had these LEDs that lit my tent up.
I did too. I had mine was solar powered. They charged all day.
Yeah, and so, you know, that was That was the thing, and I ended up seeing you again the very next day when Lionel was like Cigars and Sundresses Part 2 at Smoke and Sip.
And I was in there capturing content then.
And so really, what is like, what does your life look like when you out working for a client? Like, so if I got a business, tell me what I'm gonna get if I get into a deal with you.
It depends on your business. So, case in point, my DJs. I am completely hands-on with my clients, like to the point to where I'm woven into their life because everybody has a story that needs to be told, but not everybody knows how to tell it. So as a publicist, that is my job. My job is to share your story with the world or show you how to say it. And with my DJ clients, if you guys go to his social media page over the course of the last 2 months, his content has drastically changed. You're seeing him live, being recorded live in a bar, spinning what DJs normally do, but you see his content now. I went live 1 week. I went live 1 week on his platform, not mine, his. It was empty in there, y'all. It was me, him, the bartender, the manager, and maybe 3 people. The following week, he texted me. He said, "Oh my God, we were packed." Why? Because people don't know who and what you are or where you are.
Yeah.
Now you see his residency dates of what days he's at what place. There's video, there's images, still images I've captured literally just on an iPhone because my camera is broken. But I capture your essence in a way that is beneficial and what you need to be seen as. And I can only work with select clients. I'm not one of the type of people that I'll take you on because we have to vibe. Right. In order for me to get you where you need to be, I have to be able to understand, okay, this is Nico's brand. This is Past's brand. This is what I need to do to get them to the level that they need to be while utilizing who and what they are, not creating a fake persona. Because that's where we have drawn to now, is creating these fake personas, this acting. You have to turn into an actor. How Nicki Minaj got put on, how all these people got put on. They had to change who they were to get seen and then have to fall their way back into who they are. No, we're going to sell you for who you are. Yeah. And what you do. And I can tailor it to where I'm all the time out front with you, or I can be in the shadow. I love being a shadow. I call myself the shadow all the time. I move in the shadows. And we was having this conversation. Me and Nitty was having this conversation a couple of weeks ago at Smoke and Sip, and we were talking about how it's okay to not be known, or it's okay to be known and people still don't know you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And I'm a shadow. I like to move in the shadows. The people who know me, I feel like if you know me, you're supposed to know me. If you don't know who I am, you're not supposed to know who I am. I don't want people to know who I am. But you've seen my work. Right. You've seen the things I've done. You may not have even known I had my hands in it and I was the person that was doing all the strings, but you've seen it. And I'm okay with it. I don't need the credit. You telling me, yo, this turned out dope and that you did a good job and people are receiving it, that's all I need to hear. If you are, like I have a client now that texts me. She's launching a food truck. I'm writing her business plans. I put together her menus. I can generate headshots. Like, in everything that I do, I'm either self-taught or I'm on YouTube University. Or TikTok teaches me a lot. Because I got to get caught up with these trends. I got to get caught up on what's happening. I got to get caught up on what you're supposed to be doing and what they're doing, while taking my knowledge from 20 plus years ago, being in radio and doing this, and instilling it now. So, being a writer, I could write your biography. I could make you sound like the sexiest individual in life, and all you did was work at McDonald's and Hardee's and flip burgers.
Hey, write my obituary.
Yo, I wrote mine, y'all, and mine is hilarious. But I'm okay with writing people's lives, taking their moments and putting them in a moment, and I'm okay with that. Like, I do bios. I've written I've co-authored books that I didn't even want my name on. Like, because I don't do it for people to know me and know what I do. I do it because I like it.
No.
And I feel like if you're doing something you don't like, you shouldn't be doing it.
I agree with that.
Yeah, 100%. So my thought process is you have I see the calendar behind you because you have a lot of irons in the fire, right? So
Yes.
besides the calendar, how are you organized maintaining so many clients as well as so many different business ventures?
Woo, baby. Horribly. Okay, let me be honest. We keeping it raw. Horribly. And I say that because I went from just handling one to, hey, I need this real quick. And then that turning into more and more and more to where I had to purchase a tablet and create tabs and color. Like, my calendar is not full for this week, right? But everybody in my thing, everybody, I don't know if y'all can see this, but you see all them colors?
Yeah.
Hold on. You see all them colors?
Uh-huh.
Those are different clients. My clients in my phone their calendar is color coded in my calendar. Content that I need to have due, deadlines, my media plans for them. I just shout out to this blessing. I just was appointed the publicist for Sister Strut.
Okay.
For iHeartMedia.
Yeah.
I went back home. iHeartMedia was once Clear Channel.
Yeah.
So I started at Clear Channel. So I feel like it's only beautiful that I came back full circle and I'm in a position, in a role that I appreciate. Shout out to BJ, the DJ, for putting me on that. Love you, bro. Appreciate you. But
shout out to BJ, the fact that he's been in radio for like
37 years.
Man, grew up listening to him. Shout out to his daughter, man. I actually am real good friends with his daughter, man. And he's really, and a lot of people don't realize, my man's is heavy in education too, man.
Very heavy.
Very heavy in
Very
education.
heavy.
You know,
he used to be a janitor.
Yeah.
BJ is, I tell BJ, he was my boss when I was at Clear Channel. I tell BJ all the time, I'm just like, yo, like he is very humble. He is very humble and he has the utmost humility. But anytime we are in a room and we are talking to someone, like I be like, he is so humble and it gets on my nerves because, sir, the things that you have accomplished, the places that you have been, the things that you have done, not only in just radio, not only as a VJ, a DJ, within your community, within your people. Sister Strut is a passion for him. And it became even more of a passion for him when he thought he had breast cancer. So it's kind of sort of, because men can get it too.
Yeah.
It's this man, watching this man work behind the scenes dealing with Sister Strut like I did years ago. And watching who he is as a husband, as a father, as a businessman, and who he is as a person. That's the reason why I say I can only work with people that I can rock with. If I can't rock with you, I can't work with you, because I have to be able to, whatever I say, I know it has to be true. One, I'm not gonna lie for you. I can twist a lie, but I ain't gonna lie for you. I'm not doing it no more. And then two and three, you have to be clear, you have to be consistent. And BJ has never not been clear or consistent, ever.
Man, it's a dope thing just to see someone come full circle. You know what I'm saying? That's a beautiful thing. And you, like, we would probably have to have like a second episode just to get into all the stuff that we haven't talked about that you do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, how do you divide all of that time and space with that and being a mom?
It's hard because I'm a full-time mom. My oldest son, of course, like I said, he's grown, he's gone. My youngest son is 15. So he's at that age to where he just wants to be to himself anyway. But before, when they were younger, it was hard because I was juggling 3 jobs. I was still going to school to get my degree. And my babies was right by my side. That's why I said my son has been backstage. Super Jam, my baby was with me. Any concert or show that we've thrown, my kids have been with me. I make sure that Sundays is our day. Sundays is our day. Now, mama might go turn up and get brunch. But when I come home, whatever you want to do, son, we can kick it because I'm fun then. I'm real fun then. But this is taking speed. The things that I'm doing is taking speed. I just had one project, one client. Now I no longer have that original client, and I don't have that original client anymore, but I've taken on 7 more. So it's like everybody needs different things, which is a blessing because not everybody needs me physically present. They just need me to type up something. I can write something in an hour. My DJs and stuff like that, they need me hands on because they need content. But my baby be with me. He ride with me. That's my little personal assistant. He has a t-shirt that says assistant. He has this shirt right here. And on the back, it says assistant. Mine says cultural curator. His says assistant. And my baby, they were raised working and helping mommy. Both of them.
That's what's up. So I got one last question and then we're going to get to my favorite part of the show, which is the rapid fire.
Okay.
So
I'm scared about this rapid fire.
Yeah. So my last question is, you've been in the entertainment game for almost 20 years now?
Yeah.
So who is the most famous person you've met, and what was that experience like?
Most famous person I've ever met. Ooh, that's hard because I've met a lot of famous people. I'm gonna say the most influential person that I've ever met was Oprah Winfrey.
Shout out to Oprah. Yeah,
shout out to Oprah. Famous and influencer was Oprah Winfrey. Next, I'm gonna say Barack Obama.
I got to meet Barack when he was senator. They was doing.
I can't hear you. What you say, Nico?
I got to meet Barack when he was senator. You know, they was doing their runs through the churches, and they came to my city. I'm from Aurora, Illinois, out by Chicago. So it was.
That's where I met Barack. I met him after he was president.
Yeah. I got to meet before, and then I was going to school downtown Chicago when he got elected. So I was out there, like, you talk about some shit to be a part of. That was dope.
Okay, so this is one funny part. My first ever radio interview I did was with Mike Epps. It never aired. And it never aired because Mike was so high.
I could believe that.
The whole interview was so inappropriate. And I was just like, but it was like conversation and dialogue like we're having now. So it was.
What did he say that was inappropriate?
Oh my God. Like, we talked about being high back then. You know, being high wasn't, the FCC wasn't playing that. He talked about fucking bitches. Like, it was the stuff that they play on the Breakfast Club now. Back then, we couldn't play.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was definitely, I was with Dee Lee in the morning show with Jesse Taylor. Shout out Jesse Taylor, it's my brother. And it was, woo! Yeah. But I've done some things. I was a columnist for Deluxe Magazine. Shout out my big brother Keith.
Shout out Deluxe.
Jesus, y'all, if I'm sorry, I got to write all this stuff down so I'll have it. Like, I've done campaigns for Mayor Francis Slay. Like, I've done some stuff, like, in the behind the scenes, though, not because I've never been a person that's all about being in front. Honestly, I would have much had somebody else sit in front of this camera, but part of my affirmations and motivation for this year is to talk my shit.
Yeah.
Because I have done so much.
You got to pop it every once in a while.
Every blue moon, but I feel like I've done so many things that I'm going to be popping. Y'all going to see a lot more of me popping.
So, I'm going to get to, well, first we got to clap it up for you.
We got to, and you gotta let our listeners, viewers know where they can find everything that revolves around you and the stuff that you're involved with.
I'm Facebook, y'all. I'm old school, so you can follow me on my business page that has no followers. So y'all go follow it, please. Meraki Creative St. Louis. I think you tagged all the links on
Yep.
Facebook. So if y'all see them links, just hit them up and hit a follow. My inappropriate content, my sexual content is on my author Shai Kaye page. Because I'm multifaceted. I am a Gemini. That's Meraki's my media. Connected by _Shai on Instagram. My followers is blowing up recently. I don't know what went viral, but something went viral, and I got I think I logged in to 200 new followers today. I don't know where it's coming from. I haven't checked it since I've been on here. But yeah, I don't know if y'all can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had them days.
I'm just like, some went viral.
You gotta go to the
But
post. I'll tell you.
But yeah, just social media. I'm on Facebook, Shai Kaye. Key and Shai Kaye, and I promise you, I'll be the first picture that y'all see.
Y'all heard it. And we got the links for you, so you have no excuse whatsoever not to click on them links, because I provide them for y'all to make it easy.
And I talk shit on my personal page. I talk big shit on my personal. Y'all know.
That she does.
Oh, we're gonna clap it up one more time for Shai Kaye.
So Shai Kaye, we're getting ready for my favorite part of the show. This is the rapid fire. It's like a good game of spades. Study long, study wrong. First thing that comes in your head when we ask the question, all right?
Okay.
So I'm gonna go.
Do I need to put my head down like celebrity? Whatchamacallit? With Steve Harvey, so I can get my answers.
I want your thoughts together.
We trust me. We just gonna be. I'm gonna be right there with you. We gonna see your face. So, of all your clients you've ever had to work with, who's your favorite client?
Oh, favorite client. I'm gonna say right now, because where I'm at currently, I'm gonna say BJ the DJ, iHeartMedia.
Okay.
Dream vacation.
Bali. I need to get to Bali. I need one of them baths in Bali. Have y'all? Yeah, I need to get to Bali.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Mud baths?
I don't know what this woman went to Bali. She left. She was looking scraggly. Sis came back and she was a completely different person. So I need to go get whatever she got in Bali.
Favorite movie?
It's a tie. Tropic Thunder.
Robert Downey Jr.?
I didn't expect that.
Tropic Thunder. I love my booty sweat. And Meet the Millers.
Meet the Millers.
I've seen both of them.
I have not seen Meet the Millers, but Tropic Thunder. Mm-hmm. You mean like Robert Downey Jr.? Blackface?
The nigga version. The Negro version of Robert Downey Jr.
I'm normally offended with blackface, but the way he did it, y'all, like.
If you ain't know who Robert Downey Jr. was, you definitely would have thought that was just a light-skinned black man.
Yes, look, Tropic Thunder, and anytime I'm sad or I'm having a bad day, I swear to God, Tropic Thunder or Meet the Millers. I have to watch them. I love my black movies. I love my Tubi and all of them. Shout out to Detroit, all the Detroit filmmakers. I love all of that. But if I have a bad day and I need to watch something, it's either Tropic Thunder or Meet the Millers.
I feel that though. I feel that. I got some anchor.
Y'all gotta watch Meet the Millers. Y'all have to.
Meet the Millers funny as hell. White people got them good for. I grew up in a house with nothing but black everything was in our house. Like all black movies, all black figurine. The only thing white in my house was bread and Larry Bird ornament.
Even then, my granny bought wheat.
Look, my mama done bought a Santa Claus. And I done went in there. She done put her brown makeup on the Santa Claus because she wanted it to be black.
Yeah.
It was like one of the
Shout out to mama.
You hang on the wall. She's like, I couldn't find no black Santa, so I'm gonna make them black.
Nah, back. I remember growing up, my mama went and found a black nativity scene. So she had to have black baby Jesus.
Absolutely.
And the church we went to, they had. They had a whole white nativity scene. So my mama painted all the faces black, and use my daughter's bald head Cabbage Patch as baby Jesus. I'm dead serious.
I'm not mad at it though.
Knowing moms, I could believe.
Shout out to moms. Moms, I'm telling you,
You're gonna get some usage out that bald head, baby. Bring that.
Get the baby. We go. That's Jesus this year.
Yeah.
My auntie had the black Jesus, so when I started going to these PWIs and I'm looking at these white G, I'm like, y'all do know he not black. Y'all do know he not white. Like his hair was of wool. My hair is of wool. You know what I'm saying? Like
the context clues were there. People just choose to believe what they want to believe. That's delusion.
Yes.
Like that's delusion. Yes. You are literally that. I was like, I don't even argue with people. You right? Yep. White man with wool hair. Bob Ross had it too, so I guess it's possible that
Bob Ross was a nigga. We're not gonna go there.
Look, an artistic nigga at that.
So, most influential person in your life.
Most influential person in my life right now. Ooh. My best friend, April McKinney. Shout out to April McKinney. She keeps me even. She keeps me grounded. She keeps me even. She keeps me grounded. We come from two different backgrounds, and we are like the complete opposite of each other. And we've been friends for 13, 14 years. And she keeps me even and she keeps me grounded. I have a few, but I'm pretty sure they're private, so I'm not going to say their names, but they definitely take care of me. They make sure I'm even. My mentors, oh my God, my mentors are amazing.
Shout out to everybody being influential.
Favorite song?
Can I play it?
Come on.
We ain't going to be canceled, are we?
No, we should be good. We at the end of the episode.
If I play it, that's not it. No, don't hear that. Don't hear that. That's not it. Hold on. Oh, I hope I don't get in trouble.
You're gonna be good.
Hey, you know what's funny? I can hear Maria listening to the show on the big screen because
hey sis.
I'm like, what is that? That's literally her listening to the show.
Is that
shout out to the at-home producer.
Shout out to the wife.
She ain't work this season. She'll be dropping.
Oh my God, I gotta find it. Okay, ask me next question. I'll find it.
Go ahead, Nick.
Favorite food?
Sushi.
My son's getting into that. I was like, I don't know where you got that from.
Nico, why you make that face? Don't make that face. Why you make that face?
My son like it. I'm gonna take him to get some soon. Like,
yeah, I'm allergic.
I don't eat that shit, but he said he loved it. So I was like, we'll go to Sam's. And she said, oh, we got the at-home producer in the building saying, hey.
Hey, girl. Maria, you got to change your last name too, sis, since he got to change his.
Hey, Maria, can you bring me some water?
Like I did send that.
Okay, so y'all ready?
Yeah, let's say this favorite song.
Right, this is my favorite song right now, right?
There you
go.
I feel like I'm in the skating ring. Shout out to Skate King. I'll be in the ring when this come
up. See, you finna hit it.
That's the nasty song. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. That song catchy as hell.
Oh, that's my shit, bro. They still played in the skating ring like it came out yesterday.
Hey, when everybody was strolling to this shit, I was like, hey, that's I've been in the frat 20 years. My strolling, you only get one round from me.
Hey, you should have seen them at a new. You should have seen them at a new for y'all Greek set off weekend. Oh my God.
Hey, I love
that. Yeah, that's one of my favorite songs. But because we are saved and sanctified, and Jesus loves us.
Jesus loves that song too.
I'm not. You know what? It ain't even. It's what's today. We ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. But
Once you go past Sunday, it start over. So you still 5 days away.
Okay.
It won't go backwards.
So we cool.
We good.
We good. Y'all see, y'all gonna get me started on this music. So I'm gonna put my phone down because we'll have a whole little situation.
Before Facebook used to trip on me, I used to be a whole DJ up in here playing different like hot songs all throughout. But then they started cutting out episodes like in the middle of the show.
Yeah.
I was like, you know,
that's the reason why I cut it off when I did, because I ain't want soon as Facebook get a ding. We not doing that.
We not paying nothing on your behalf. Go on.
Cut that shit off. Cut that shit off.
It's a couple cents.
Last of the rapid fire.
Okay.
As in the great philosopher Ray J.
Brother.
If you had one wish, what would it be?
Oh, this finna sound bad, y'all. And y'all, please don't judge me.
I don't judge.
To have not had children.
Woo! Don't get me started. I love my son though.
Hey,
I love my baby.
Year-old was like this.
If I could run it back and have waited, man, you know I would have got accomplished back then.
I agree simply because of who I had my kids with. You know.
Yeah.
If I could avoid it,
I had a little more turn up left in me to like be outside.
But you know what's so crazy? I still was outside when I was younger with the kids. I was out. We was outside, but we had me and my sisters had a whole little unit. So our sisters, like one would stay home with all the kids, and we would be outside, like, and we would rotate.
I mean,
I lived outside. I worked outside. So, but I would not have had my sons, at least not when I had them. Now they did mold me to be the person that I am today, being a mother, but the struggle that I remember, that I continuously face, because I'm still a single mother of a child, of a young man, a young Black man, well, two, but I would start over without kids.
Ain't no judgment there. I guarantee you, it's a lot more people feel you than don't feel you on that.
I feel like a bad mama for saying that though.
This is as a daddy who is 100% in my kid life. I got him half the year. As his mama, we alternate every full week. If it was up to me, he'd stay with me 100%. Like, I feel that. It's because, like, granted, and it was a blessing because I had a great support system. Like, with her side of the family being closer, because my family was hella far away. My baby was born in Jeff City. I was in school. I had to take Sean class with me. I got to try to do this paper while somebody watching Paw Patrol and whispering to me loud as hell and trying not to be loud. And I was like, bro, if I could have just waited, I would have. And I would love to have the same exact kid. So if I had
same exact kids, just lay it down the line.
So be it. Because we don't have no issues. So if I had to run it back with you just to get him, cool. But I would have waited till I was like 30. I swear I would have.
Yeah, because I had both of mine before 30.
Mine was 21.
Yeah,
I was pregnant at 17, gave birth at 18 with my oldest.
Okay.
So I was in high school walking across the stage pregnant. And I didn't want to have my son. And I begged my son's father, like, let's just go to the clinic. But him and his family was like, look, you have him. We got you. And they did have me. They had me. When I say they had me, shout out to the Moody family, they had me. But the plan that I had for my life wasn't to be somebody baby mama. My plan wasn't to be somebody baby mama. And because I said I would never be with a man simply because I had his child. It landed me where I was, and I wanted to break that cycle, that generational cycle that was on my mother's side of the family. Unwed, pregnant, fresh out of school, having a baby. Now you're trying to figure out your life. I didn't want to do that. That was not my plan for my life. I had a full ride scholarship to Webster University. And I lost that because I was pregnant. But they promised me that they had me, and they did. They took wonderful care of me. It was hard because you still got to fend for yourself. You can't depend on everybody to do everything. But I wouldn't be a mama so soon. That would be my wish. I would like, Lord, let me start over. And
give me the same kid. Let's just
give me the same kid.
Push it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would take the same 3 kids. I just the first 2 take a little bit of the attitude off. A little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little tinge of attitude off. You know. And maybe it's the attitude that comes with being a teenager, but just a little bit.
I'm scared to have a second one because the first one gives me no hassle. So I know the second one got to be the one that's going to be the asshole for me because it's going to be the one that's exactly like me. The goofy kid.
My first one was a headache. When I say I praise God that he made it to 21, my second one, that child, he don't like people. He cool by himself. Leave him alone. But that oldest one, I thought I was gonna see me we're gonna be doing this interview of locked up behind bars, because
that's why I want another one, because I feel like that's who it's gonna be. The one that my son is the complete opposite of me. He turned into the kid we used to joke about in school. He liked the anime, he's super smart. And I encourage that. I'm like, hey, bro, don't let nobody tell you that shit ain't cool.
Those are the most powerful people in the world right now.
You keep getting straight A's. You keep making your teachers love you. Do the complete opposite of what my black ass did in school, which was nothing. I'm pretty sure if I could have skipped and had somewhere to go, I would have. But I ain't had nowhere to go, and my mom and them had the voicemail built into the phone, so I ain't know the code to delete the messages, so they ain't know I wasn't going to school. But I love it. But I definitely would have push that back. Yeah, I'd have taken it even 25 to 30 would have been cool. Now I just know when he graduate, I'll be like 38, 39. So I can't do that like newborn. You going to kill it.
I got a lot of friends in their 40s that's giving birth right now, and I'm just looking, they start completely over, and I'm like, y'all motherfuckers is crazy.
That's how people talk to me about it. They're like, hey, how old is your oldest? She about to be 19. She in college? Yep. And you got a second grader? Yeah.
Listen, for me, that would be top tier ghetto. And I work at
crazy. Ain't no way. It's not.
I got one in college, a freshman in high school, and a second grader. Yeah, it is ghetto.
Right.
It's ghetto.
Right. But you know what? They say that.
What? Oh.
Nick, I can't hear you. Nico, I can't hear you.
Look, you paused. I thought you froze for a minute.
No, I was listening.
I was saying AJ, he a little more self-sufficient now, so it ain't as bad as feeling like you. Like, I know you a little kid, but you a little kid who could do a little bit for yourself. Like, if a baby could come out at like 5, I'll fuck with one. Like,
that's because he got oldest.
Yeah, he got older sister, so he moved a little faster into let me catch up and do shit. But but he also, when he with me, he realized, hey, I can come over here and hey fam, what is you doing?
Really? Oh, you trying to have a baby? She just came in here.
Hey y'all, it's time for
she just snitched.
It's time for you to go ice somebody.
Come on, sis. What's the rest of the tea? Spill it, sis.
All right, y'all. Next week we'll have Golly. What was coming here?
I ain't having none. Oh no, never again. I'm cool with my one. It was a boy. If it was a girl, I probably would have went back. But
I said I want a little girl. I'm cool now. I'm good. I'm just trying to get this one out the house, off to
she put you
college.
on, she got you on the blast. On the
Sis
blast.
done. Shot done.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be a moment tonight.
Hey, Nico, don't put this shit on the screen because she tripping. I see these comments. Do not put that shit on the screen.
Look, I clicked on the first ones without reading. I just clicked. I didn't even see the name. I was like, oh, we got some comments on this motherfucker. Boom. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Also, she showed her snitching, y'all.
Oh yeah, you see the comments now, don't you?
I just seen it.
I'm telling.
Hey, hit me up after the show, Rhea. Hit me up after the show, Rhea. We could talk, sis. I want to hear all of this.
Lord.
Anyway, y'all, man,
we gotta clap it up one more good for the lovely Shai Kaye for kicking it with us tonight. Y'all got all.
Why you sweating, Paz? All of a sudden now you sweating.
Nah, it's it's hot. Motherfuckers talking about twins and shit.
Ooh, listen, y'all know if I was having a baby, I'd just be walking around sad for the first 2 months. Like, damn, why you sad? That motherfucking kid coming. I fucks with the little nigga, but god damn, like a whole baby. Like, bro, as soon as that motherfucker come, like, bro, you a whole fucking baby.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I'm good. I'm so good.
As somebody who works at an elementary school with pre-K 3 to 5th grade, I have seen every angle of a kid, besides the kids that come in with their parents, because a lot of these kids' parents got little bitty kids. So I've played with every age group. I call them my little deterrents, because I would never have a kid after having to come to school with some of y'all butts.
Yeah.
Maybe wild. And I was like, you know what? I appreciate y'all for being who you are, because you let Mr. A know he don't want no more kids.
Birth control.
I will. I'll slip, birth, and make it. I'll do all that shit if I need it. I will.
I posted on my face since we're talking about it. They are giving away free vasectomies the month of October. Planned Parenthood all across the metro region, including Raleigh, Springfield, Missouri. Basically, St. Louis's is going to be at the Forest Park location from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Thursday, October 19th. There's a number on my page you can call. They are giving literally free vasectomies.
I didn't know you should start getting that deep. I don't know if I'm ready. October, I gotta. Lord,
it's free vasectomy. So if there's anybody out there that has thought about doing it,
there's a couple of y'all I'm gonna send that info to.
Yeah,
a couple of y'all
I know some folks that need that information.
That's out here with a whole heap, and I know you're tired.
I have it on my page. I received it. Somebody sent it to me today, and I posted it on my page about 8 hours ago. And I know a lot of people are like, dang, for real. But let's face it, women no longer can control. We have no say-so over our bodies anymore.
Yeah,
so we have no say-so over our bodies. So because we have no say-so over our bodies anymore, fellas, help your girls out.
Why do old white men care if somebody get rid of a baby? Nigga, you ain't got to take care of this baby. Oh, I've never understood, like, why is that y'all business, bro? What they say, stay out of women business. I do so. I've been doing so since my mama told me don't go on no woman purse. Yeah. So therefore, in conclusion, I still live by that at 34 years old. I don't care if you want to have this baby, if you don't want to have it. And it should, I feel like everybody, you would think, all do, because if one of y'all old ass niggas get somebody popped off, y'all gonna be trying to send some hush money to get rid of the baby.
It's not about us. It's not about Black people. White people's numbers are drastically decreasing because young white women are getting more abortions than Black women. So in order for them to stop that, they have made it illegal in all of these conservative states, including the state of Missouri, that women cannot, they took away Plan B. They've taken away our right to travel to other states to have an abortion. So where if I was to go get pregnant and go to Vegas or across that bridge to go to Illinois and have an abortion, you could tell on me and I can go to jail for that and be charged with murder.
Ain't that about it?
So because they've done that, they pushed it, making it about us, trying to make it seem like it's for us. Because they call it genocide. They think it's because, but it's not. It's because the white numbers are dwindling.
Yep.
And because the Caucasian numbers are dwindling, and if that, that one drop rule, you have one drop of black, you black.
They finding a Negro every 5 seconds to pop them off.
And so, if you white and you have a black partner and y'all have a baby, your child is black.
Yep.
So with more interracial mixing and stuff like that, they had to do something. But in a sense of them doing that, they're doing other ways of trying to control the population, which we're not going to go into that right now because I could go deep. But
we gonna have to go ahead and book her for an episode.
Oh, we got to do a part 2 for sure.
We got to bring it back because y'all know I'm tired of telling. We all got to see something in the morning.
I know it is. Damn, we've been on here for 2 hours 25 minutes. I ain't even realize that.
Yeah,
I got a treat. I've been in here by myself. I feel like Will Smith in the last episode of Fresh Prince.
We standing in the house in the living room.
I walked in. I just stand in the middle of the floor like, damn.
Next time I will be in studio. Okay.
I will too. I'll be there next time.
So y'all, we got to clap it up one more time for our wonderful guest, and make sure y'all tap in next week. I get to be just the engineer next week. I ain't got to talk. I'm not going to talk. I am sitting in the back and allowing my brother AD and the wonderful brothers of Iota Phi Theta Fraternity Incorporated to come for their Founders Day episode that they're going to have up in here.
Hey,
all I want is my request.
Some centaur pairs.
That's all I care about. That's all. Other than that, y'all going to have the greatest show ever because I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do in the back.
Next Tuesday, 60th anniversary of the founding of the fraternity. I got some bros coming through. I even shouted out to a Facebook group full of IOTAs for them to call in and give their, why IOTA and give up their Founders Day shout outs. So, man, we looking forward to spending next Tuesday chopping it up with the men in brown and gold, man, just talking about the road less traveled for those brothers who have been in the organization to see the inside and the beautiful of the real Black flag. And I'll explain next week why we call it that, why we call IOTA the real Black flag. But we'll talk about that next week. I don't want to offend nobody.
I'm out. So, as always, Paz, we didn't even do all the thing in the beginning. We got to just rolling with it.
Oh yeah, man. I looked up. We was an hour in, and
by the time I realized it, that's how you know you're having a good show.
Yeah.
And that's why people who do shows, prepare yourself. You don't have to talk about everything on the paper.
Yeah.
But you got to give yourself a structure so that you know where you're going. Because I done been on other people's shows and they have none of this. And now they looking to me to lead this conversation. I'm like, Negro, I'm a guest.
Yeah.
I don't have to lead the conversation. You shouldn't have came with the idea, he do this shit. He gonna I came on here to be interviewed. You running the show, big dog. I'm just here to be a part of your world as I did when you was a part of mine. So just be mindful of that. Other hosts and shows and all that. Prepare yourself. It's cool. It's just common courtesy. That's all. But as always, I'm your boy Nico the Great.
Man, it's the Past Master with the Poster Podcast. I'm gonna just tell you that.
As y'all know, if you don't know what the Poster Podcasting, that's just every week. For some reason, y'all ashes continue to kick it with us. We are here all the time. Rain, sleet, or snow.
We in this hole.
That means we gonna post a podcast. We like the post office of podcasting. It don't matter the weather. We in here for the better.
It don't matter the sickness. Niggas is it down and bad out here. I done took 2 NyQuil shots on the air.
Look, I was this close to staying home and doing it too, but I wanted it to be live. I wanted it to go up everything tonight. So I'm like, I'll go into the studio. I don't be feeling my same, and I'll be getting too drunk when I be at home. When I do this sometimes, I'll be like, you go too far. I fell asleep in the bathroom after one episode. It was a long night that night. Like, yeah, it was a wild night. But y'all make sure y'all tap in for sure. As always, man, we're going to get up out this thing. I appreciate y'all, black folks. Y'all make sure y'all tap in. As always, use all of the streaming links. We on YouTube, Ethnic Ishimore TV there. It pop up on the page. It's live on my page. Twitter as well. They be rocking with us over there. Keep going. You already know the vibes.